Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War stream and happy weekends. Also, this might be the last time I'm seeing some of you before 4th of July, so also happy 4th of July 4 days early. But yeah, I still don't know if I'll be streaming on that night or not. We'll see exactly how the schedule goes, but of course it's a holiday here in the United States. Other than that, today we will be going and mainly messing around with leveling hero classes. We are several battles away from getting Priest level 100, and then we're going to move on to Titan, and ideally we'll have level 70 Titan by the time Monday rolls around, because we'll need that for raids. And then ideally on raid week we'll get it to level 100, and then we'll have it at level 100 for invasion, and then we'll be good to go. And then we have like 10 other hero classes to do, or something like that. Not to mention we're getting a new one next Friday. Next Friday we're not only getting a new hero class, but we're getting a new mythic, so we have a whole nother one to go and max out, as well as, of course, well, new mythic. Nothing really too spectacular about the mythic, unless true damage ever makes a comeback, but we'll still mess around with it, see what it can do. For the most part, it's kind of like a true damage Queen Titania in a way. But anyways, let's get into that. I think we only have like 10 battles, 20? I forget the exact number, but we are insanely close to getting the level we need on this. So let's finish that out real quick. Then we finally have to retire this team for a little while. It's going to feel weird, but not like completely, but it's going to go in the back burner for just a little bit. It's not going to make too big a difference because we're still going to start with half mana when we use Titan. The big difference is the weapon will be slightly less effective, so we'll want to go more into Infernus or something first if we were to do like the pet battles or something with this team. But this team actually still functions even if you're not using Priest. It's just obviously has the biggest benefit when doing so. Also, hello everyone! Hello Zidicus, hello M78, hello Michael, hello Ellen, hello Iron Malt, hello Dragon Ball Z fan, and hello Carlina and Medieval. Welcome everyone. Oh, and speaking about levels, look, we even gained a hero level. 1,280, very nice. I don't even think we have 100% EXP right now either, because I think we lost Guild War yesterday. Let me see. Which is unfortunate. Though we do still have to do a lot of maps today, so I guess that makes up for that. Yeah, we did lose yesterday. I might be losing today too. Why are we so far behind? Actually, just because we haven't done our battles. But still, even if we add our 3, we're only, we're still behind. We're still way behind. Oh no, we're in 18th. Dun dun dun. As long as we keep top, as long as we don't fall down to 19 for 20, we'll be fine. Anyways, let's go check our mail. I think we still have one person who hasn't done their battles, if I'm not mistaken. If that is the case, we actually are, like 5th place right now. Let me see. Never mind. We had one earlier. Apparently he did his battles already. That's bad. That would actually been good if we had one person not do their battles with that score. But oh well. Why do you have a random troglodyte on your team? Why do people still even have this brown team set? They had it set for the other week when it was like brown week, and then no one has bothered switching their team for whatever reason. Hopefully by next week it'll be changed. Okay, let's go and just double kill front 2. Never mind. Apparently not front 2, but oh well. Could have taken those reds. Didn't go for it though. Probably should have. What do we need? Go for green into something? Sure. Still don't have full mana. Let's take it off the skull. Feels weird being able to full mana off of Doom Skulls now, but that is a thing that we could do. And then we just triple kill. We don't get the quad because he didn't go to the right location. And dead. There we go. Yeah, let's go check our EXP. We should be, like, right on top of it. I want to say 30 EXP or something. Gateway error. Weird. Okay. Anyways, 0. Class. Priest. Class info. 69. We need 31 more EXP, which means we need 16 more PvP battles. And then we hit max level. Sweet. We are right on top of it. Or at least max level for Priest. We're not even halfway done as far as max level for all of them. Actually, I don't even think we're 1/4 the way done with max level on all of them. It takes a very long amount of time. But at least it gives us something to grind out, if nothing else. There we go, we'll move that over. And now we know from the events too, they actually don't give us a particularly high amount of resources. I might start doing them though. I definitely will for newer classes, like when the new hero class comes out next Friday, I think I might throw like a 1,500 gems or 2,000 gems at it. I'm not fully certain. It depends really, since it's the same morning that a Mythic comes out, it depends if we get our Mythic for free. If we can get our Mythic just from the gem keys we have, then I probably will spend like 2,000 on the new game mode. But if we end up having to spend like, get like 50 or 100 VIP keys, then yeah, I'm definitely not doing that game mode. Or at least not to a really high degree. We'll just do it manually, if it's any good. It might be okay. It's a dwarf bonus. It might actually, or it should be a dwarf bonus. If I'm not mistaken, the troop that's coming in next Friday is the troop that will put 4 times dwarves together. Currently 4 times dwarf is okay, but you mainly only run it for Red Guild War Day. As far as invading, you never really run it ever. But that should be changed starting next Friday. It still wouldn't be the best of teams, but it would be viable enough that if you just randomly have a high forge, you could basically just build a team out of that. Is there another way to farm souls? Arena is generally the easiest way to farm souls. I don't know what method you're currently using, but Arena, as a newer player, as well as even mid-range, is probably your way to go. Has the highest variety, it gives you ingots still, it gives you bit of other resources, gives you actually one of the highest trophy rates, if not the highest trophy rate in the entire game. Trophies are pretty irrelevant, but still, nonetheless, it is something else it gives. And, yeah, it also has pet gnome chance, so has pretty much a little bit of everything. It's kind of like PvP, except it's more soul-based instead of gold-based. It's also a lot easier, assuming you don't have a lot of the better content cards. You still need some of the better weapons, but none of your weapons upgrades or anything like that work there. So as long as you just own a single copy of that weapon, that's all you need. Once you get around level 250, you actually basically have everything at your disposal to use. So even prior to that, you can get some decent stuff like War and Peace and such. And if you ever get a Dawnbringer, though, I'm pretty sure that's way down the line. That also just tears through it as well. Hello, Jen. Welcome. Could I do a 24-hour stream of leveling hero classes? No, that definitely would never happen. That'd be way too tedious. Way too tedious. I don't know if I could even last 6 hours straight of doing it. Even this stream, it's not going to be like 3 hours straight because we're going to throw some maps and stuff in there. Because I still need to do it for the event thingy. Actually, I barely even touched the event. I think we have like 30 event things, and we need like 250 or something. And I have to do at least 5, because that's actually my daily quest today. And I don't want to repick it, because I have a feeling if I do, it's just going to be something that takes way too long and won't be worth the value. Let's just get a poke here. Sure, we'll throw it on you, why not? Bit of high stirability. It'll be the biggest threat in a second. Well, not really the biggest threat, but you know, the hardest to kill threat. Alright, we'll move that down. As I say that, already down. Take a red. Throw in Furnace. Dead. Actually, could have just taken a skull too. We had a +5, so that was actually exact damage to kill. Or technically one more, because we would have gotten that skull exploded too. Oh yeah, will we make leaderboard this week? We're 14,795. We need over 30,000. I don't think I'm going for leaderboard. Hey, someone on my guild. I don't know if I'll go for leaderboard or not. It's tempting. It's definitely tempting. Because we get quite a bit of an extra reward if we do. Ideally, worst comes to worst, we can make top 1,000. Though the difference between top 1,000 and top 100, at that point, you might as well just go to top 100. Because this is normally only like a 1,000 or 2,000 point stretch, which you can do in about an hour or so. So, if we're this close, we might as well just go all the way to get 5 of them at that point. But, yeah, I would like to get 5 more of those. We got it last week, and it worked out quite nicely. But, I don't know, we'll have to see. Anyways, back, and let's go and head back to PvP. We're almost there. Have, like, what, 12 more battles or something? And then we'll have max level Priest. Still not fully sure what Titan team we're going. I know it's going to be Earl with Fire Giant. Trying to think of weapon, actually. Because I believe we just go mana generation weapon. But we can't use Mountain Crusher because it's blocked. I could go down the Dawnbringer route, but I don't know, we'll have to see. I'm probably not going to use the Mythic. Just because it's the same color as Dawnbringer and its side effect isn't really that useful. Okay, a few more left. Probably hit it by about 18k or so. Also, hello Rut, and hello Christian. Welcome, welcome. And hello Dovin and Dark. Welcome. And hello Paladro and Matthew. Welcome, welcome as well. But if anyone has any questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. Also, developer Q&A tomorrow night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at twitch.tv/infinity+2. I'll have more on that later. Tomorrow night we'll post the link and everything. But, well, it's the same places that they always do their streams. But, yeah, the developers are going to be doing their Q&A thingy. I already submitted 2 questions. I don't know if they'll answer both of them. But they'll also have about 15 minutes at the end where they'll answer pretty much all the questions from chat. I already forgot one of the questions I was going to mention during chat. But, yeah, we'll see what they go over with everything. And I'll report back on it on Monday. Are you mad enough to delve into Darkest Dungeon? Ooh. We really do need to get back into Darkest Dungeon. Absolutely love that game. We will be in the next week or so. I think the plan is next weekend we get back into Darkest Dungeon. I do need to make sure I buy it before the end of this summer sale thingy. When does the summer sale thing end, by the way? Doesn't it end in like 2 days or something? I haven't been paying attention at all to this sale. I should probably go and double check what's actually good. Also, have you guys found anything good on Steam that's available right now? And we'll go and move that over. Particularly roguelikes and tower defenses, though really any genre possibly, as long as it's not any kind of shooter game. Generally, I don't really care for. Okay, what do we need here? Well, we'll go take the blues over. How many treasure maps do you have? Somewhere's around several thousand. I forget the exact value or exact number. Let me go double check. More than I'll ever need, pretty much, is how many maps I have. We're currently at 4,661 maps is how many we have. They said that they might eventually add the capability to use multiple maps at once for slightly higher reward. I'm hoping eventually there'll be like a 10 map option or something. That's the only way I would ever possibly deplete every map I own. And then it would actually be worth playing out maps to their fullest as well. Okay. I'll throw that down. And move that, get a furnace, go from there, and down it goes. Had too busy farming ingots to play anything. That's what it feels like the last few weeks. I haven't even been playing any of the other games I normally would be playing, because I've been just grinding out ingots and hero classes. Let's see, we'll go take the right over. Yeah, no, there normally isn't much of a need to play maps. Early on in the game, it's really, really, really insanely good value. But this late in the game, they're, as well as towards mid-game, they're almost near useless. Unless there's specifically an event that tells you, go use maps, like there is one right now, then it's generally not worth using this late in the game. Or if you have a daily task that says, hey, go do maps, and we'll give you some resource. Those are the only times you really throw it otherwise. The only thing they're excellent at is gems, and that's about it. But as a late game to mid game player, you pretty much get enough free gems from guild and event objectives and everything else that you don't really need to go out of your way to play treasure map for them. Yeah, they are going to be talking about something on the Q&A stream on how they're going to be addressing bringing old weapons into the game. Because they do realize it's a pretty big issue now. Which they should have realized earlier, but... don't know why they didn't implement something like that before this whole thing came out with the most recent patch. But they'll be doing something to address it. We'll see exactly what they mentioned on it. Not sure if they're actually going to tell us how they're going to be implementing it. Also, they're going to be spoiling some 3.6 stuff, by the way. We actually, at this current moment in time, to my knowledge, know absolutely nothing about 3.6. So, we might finally know what's actually in it, starting tomorrow. Okay. I completely lost track of how many wins we've had since I said the thing. Let me just go for the easier battles. Because we're all, like, right on top of it right now. Do you know what is going to be in the next week's event drop poll? Yes, it is... Black Hawk, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. Also, we're only 1 subscriber short of 8888. We're so close. Yes, it's Black Hawk. The 2 troops that are coming in is... Both of them are actually epic. One of them, of course, is for raids. The raid one is deal magic plus 4 damage to an enemy, blah, 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 blah. 3 times, 5 times damage, blah, blah. And other than the normal thing that it always does, is it gains 12 mana if the enemy dies. It has 12 mana costs. So basically, I don't know why it's worded like that, but it gains all of its mana back if it gets a kill. That is not too bad. Though very, very rarely would that actually come into play because there's only 1 raid boss in every battle ever. But, yeah, that's kind of interesting. It also has wood ancestry, too. It's an elf rogue. So, all elves do have the ancestry thing. And that means it has immune to mana drain, silence, fairy fire, and because it's specifically the elf one, or I mean the wood one, it has entangle immune as well. Not sure how useful that would really be in raids, though. It depends what raid enemies we're up against. But, it's okay. We've seen worse as far as raid troops are concerned. Other than that, we have another transform. Transform all green gems to blue and then gain magic plus 1 gold. So, basically an alchemist. Except, oh, wait. I thought it was targetable. Never mind. No, it's not an alchemist. It just transforms all green to blue. Okay, that troop is useless. What even is this thing? Why isn't that an epic? That's weird. Yeah, it's a war gear of rogue, and it transforms all green to blue. Why would you ever need that? That's basically an inverse glitter claw with no good side effect. It does have empowered, though. Oh! That's why. It's a mercy. Okay, that makes more sense now. That makes a lot more sense. I didn't see that part of it. But yeah, it's a mercy. Never mind. It's a green to blue mercy. Oh, that's interesting. Ignore everything I just said, but yeah, that actually does have potential now. Green to blue mercy. I'm trying to think of what that would be used for. Because you would normally use Nyx on most of those teams instead of something like this. Like Forest Troll Nyx combo. You wouldn't really bother with the Scurvy Sea Dog. Oh no, we'll find something for it. There has to be some kind of blue team that runs it, like Justice or something. It's a red-yellow troop, so you would kind of use it like like a Valkyrie. Except you don't gain souls, instead you would gain gold. Because he does specifically get gold off his cast. Oh, did we hit 8? Hey, we hit all 8s. Thank you, everyone. Very nice. I don't even know what I'll do when we hit like 10,000. That was not ever anything I expect us to actually reach. But we're getting there, slowly but surely. Definitely by the end of this year, we will definitely have a 10,000. As far as how quickly we get to that is questionable, but yeah, we've definitely come a long ways. Hello, Nalrusflown. Welcome. Okay, we need manas. Grab that. Get this down on Kraken. Go for a double kill. If it would want to cast. Also, question to the Darkest Dungeon thing, because some people were mentioning it, like, just earlier. Since I haven't played Crimson Court, do you think I should play the Crimson Court DLC before playing the newer DLC? or should I play both of them blind just right off the bat? Because I've seen absolutely zero footage of the most recent one, and I've seen very minimal of Crimson Court. So I'm actually not really certain what to expect for either. So I don't know if it's a good idea going into both immediately. But then again, I guess that's half the fun of the game, is completely being obliterated. Let's see. Do everything from the beginning. Well, obviously we'd be doing that. Let's see. Okay, we'll give it a shot then, and see what happens. But yeah, we'll probably start that sometime next week. Definitely need to get out that trait thing video soon, though. Probably do that, hopefully tomorrow. It's probably the game plan for that. Many people hate the Crimson Court DLC. I have heard some pretty bad things about it. But I've also heard that they fixed most of the extremely bad things about it. Is the newer DLC better than Crimson Court, then? Because I haven't heard a single thing about the new DLC at all. Oh, the Steam still ends July 5th. Thank you for that. Oh, hello, Siplon. Sorry, I know I sometimes don't say hi, hello to all the hellos. I try my best. Sorry if I ever do miss it. Also, hello, Watcher. Welcome. Ooh, ultra rare ingots. Now, can we get our level 100 priest? It should be like right on top of it. I don't know how we don't already have it already. I did this so we could do it like right at the beginning of the stream, and now we're like 20 minutes in. It's like, wait, we still don't have priest. I keep underestimating how long it takes to get EXP sometimes. Alright, we'll go to get the double kill. I believe it comes out to about 100 to 120 EXP per hour in PvP approximately. Depends on a lot of factors, of course, like how many of these we get or how many one trophies we bother going for and stuff, but and or if we just do 3 trophy every time, and if we get trolled, and if we get defeated, and all that kind of things. But as far as approximate rate, I believe it is about 100 to 120. We can consistently get about 180 in Explore if we so choose to do so. The only problem with doing that, though, is we do not get ingots. We get a lot less resources, and we'd basically just be doing it for 2 things. Trait stones, which I don't need, and for just the EXP itself, which I do need, but I don't need it that badly that I would sacrifice all the other resources for it. Unless there was specifically an event objective that said explore only, then we could probably do it, but that's not currently the event objective. The event objective is maps. I will go, we'll poke you just because I don't want you to do that. There we go. And then double kill off of Ubstet. And then we just have to do the side too. Probably make more sense to kill them so they're right next to each other, but I normally just go for the middle ones because it tends to be Infernus, Ubstet, or something else that's pretty annoying most of the time. I will throw, you know what, we'll go for this and hope we get lucky. There, we actually got it. Nice. And then we just Infernus him. Oh, oops! I clicked that so quick. I was like looking over at chat. We just hit level 100, by the way. I was just looking over. It's like, oh, okay. Sorry, Mitchell. What was your comment? I need like a control find option here. Let's see. Your guild hit rank 10 yesterday. Congratulations. After starting new rank, or new from rank 2 guild in 290 days. Very, very nice. Congratulations. Very nice. Let's see. Do you think they should add a card exchange feature? They're gonna do that. I can almost guarantee you they will never add any kind of exchange, trade, etc. system to this game. And if they did, it would have a very, very hard limit on it. I believe a few other mobile games have done it kind of in a way where you can kind of like... the stream just went down. Should be back up now. Where you can donate like a really, really small amount of cards to a person. And depending on how far they've progressed in the game, you can do slightly more. But that at most is what they would do. They would never really add any kind of exchange, trading, or any kind of system like that. But anyways, we finally hit level 100 Priest. This is semi-relevant, not really excessively relevant, but we now have all divine allies gaining 2 life per turn. So basically, the longer the battle goes on, the more durable we will be. I'll use it one time, and then we'll switch over to the giant stuff, but let's go and use this. Of course, we don't gain EXP anymore. Well, it still shows the EXP drops, but we don't actually get it. Let's go and just win out real quick. But as you can see, every single battle, or every single turn, we now gain 2 HP to everything. And unlike the heal, which is this, which we gain 2 heal to all allies, the 2 life gain actually will keep going every single turn. Because heal only makes your max HP, or it only moves your HP towards max, whereas a HP gain actually increases your HP. Yeah, the longer the battle goes on, basically just get more durable. In most situations, it's not going to be that big a deal, but in the battles where we're like nearly going to die, it's going to be quite helpful. Also, like, we're already above 100 HP on everything. Not to mention we have so much heal and so much durability, and every extra turn we do too, we gain 2 HP to everything. It just has so much HP stacking. It's, as I mentioned earlier, it's the best team support if you're looking to never die on your team, pretty much. Yeah, very nice. But that's what the hero class maxed out looks like. Definitely one of the better hero classes out there, especially with the synergies that it has. But nonetheless, we need to go and get rid of it in order to switch to Titan, so that we have it for the other game modes. Main reason we need Titan is a couple things. It has gain a barrier when matching brown gems, which will basically allow us to keep tanking forever. Become enraged when taking 4 times, 5 times matches. This is particularly irrelevant for raids and invasions, since we can just hit through all of their mitigation traits, and basically we throw down a Mang, and then we can one-shot their entire team perpetually, forever. Even if they have 75% score reduction, we'd still be able to one-shot them. And finally, we get a bunch of immunities if we finally get it maxed. Stun, Poison, Disease, Death Mark, and Devour. And Stun is particularly useful as immunity because it makes it so every other trait we have is also immune. So if we have the Stun immunity, we'll always be able to gain Barrier on Brown, we'll always be able to gain Enrage off extra turn, so on and so forth. Also, one other nice thing about this too is we could use this for glory farming for the duration of which while we're training it. We gain 1 additional glory per PvP battle, and it doesn't matter which kind of PvP battle it is, even if it's 1 trophy or something, we would still end up gaining 1 additional glory. The rest of these are pretty useless though. Everything below like 10 and below are like not really that useful. For the most part, we're getting +3 armor to all brown allies, +2 attack when it gets damaged, and 8 armor. We could also get 4 attack instead, but I opted for 8 armor because very rarely would you actually use Titan in first slot, so the attack doesn't matter as much. Let's see. Okay, anyways. Let's go build a Titan team now. So let's go find a random slot. So let's just go make this into, I guess, Titans. So let's go and get rid of this. Rename this to 4-time Giants. And see what we could do. So, first thing first, Hero Fire Metal. Into a... Actually, let's just go under the Giant category. Into the guy that does triple damage to burning. So here's everything that we could use. Technically, it doesn't have to be 4 times Giants, but, I don't know, maybe we won't go 4 times Giants. We definitely need Euro that with Hero, obviously. Well, obviously we need Hero. Trying to think of a Hero mana-generating weapon that would actually synergize with Giants. Is there a version of the thing for Giants? Why did Giant bring up nothing? I don't believe there is. Let me go see the wording on the Divine one. Divine Protector. It says Divine Allies, so let's go for Giant Allies. Nope, there's nothing for Giant Allies. Okay. So specifically a weapon for it, I don't believe exists. Well, we need to kind of know what our weapon's going to be, though. Problem is, almost every explode weapon is brown. And the ones that aren't are useless. Let's see. Same color, same color, same color. Useless. Weird weapon. Useless and useless. Wait, what does this look like maxed? Drain 3 mana from the first enemy, gain barrier. It's not horrifically bad, but I don't think we'd go out of our way just for it. Okay, but this combo alone, well, technically I could just double up or triple up. It's not like we have to use uniques. It does give us more HP that way, though. We might just go Dawnbringer route. I was planning on it, but I didn't know for sure if I did. We need something to put the excess yellow into, so we'll just go Dawnbringer. And as far as coloration, we now need green and purple. I might go for a non-giant for that then. Now that we could just go all in and just go with, what's her name? That one, Summoner. Yeah, green purple is all we need, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and then we just need green purple. Would it be worth really going for? Probably not. Let's see. What is every option we have? Oh, let's see troll if we want to do that. That's not what I want, though. I want green, purple, apply, and apothecary wouldn't be horrible. Oh, I said green, purple, not... there we go. Okay, Boar Rider wouldn't be horrific. Dark Priestess doesn't work in this team. Kraken would be a weird thing to put in, but kind of would work. Oh, Queen Aurora. Now we have our team. Here we go. There we go. Okay, we got our team. I forgot Queen Aurora's green purple. That's not 4 times giant now, is it? Let's name it Titan EXP. There we go. There's our team name. And let's go and switch it over to a brown-red banner. Look at that. Wow. Keep forgetting how much HP giants get. 15 HP for 2 uniques. I mean, 3 uniques. That is high. I mean, we don't even have another giant bonus either. Like, if we were to go and let's just replace Queen Aurora just for any giant real quick. Well, not any giant. It has to be from that kingdom. But if we go do that real quick, there's not much HP we get. We don't even have a pet for the other one either. 25 just from that. And then we're getting 4 from this one. And that could be way, way higher if we finally get a giant pet. But, yeah, Penguin into pure HP is so high. Wow. And we almost have the Penguin upgraded for another % as well. But let's go and, anyways, let's go put the Queen Aurora back in there. And we'll be good to go. Okay. So let's go switch over to brown-red. Yeah, let's go with that. How much yellow do we have? We only have +1 on yellow. Maybe we go brown, or even just red-yellow, actually. You know what? Let's go red-yellow for now and see what goes with that. Because I do want to make sure he has enough mana to, oh, we actually have +3 red total now. Oh, that's fine. But I want to make sure he has enough, mana that if we surge a 5 times, or if we take a 5 times yellow, that he'll get the full mana basically. So that's why we're setting that up. Yeah, let's go test this out, see what happens. This team should be decent. They fixed the glitch with Fire Giant, the most recent patch or the previous patch, I forget it exactly. But he's pretty decent now, now that he actually functions correctly. Before he used to not always create his gems, now he does, so. He does triple damage to anything that's burning, and obviously we could burn a lot with Yerl. Hello? 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 Good job, goblins. Good job. You don't even let us have 1 turn. Oh, and I go right back into another one. Really? Round 2. Can we have more than 1 turn this time? Oh, I can't target it. No! The struggle of stealthy. Where's our extra turn? I need to burn something that's not her. Oh, there was an extra turn just sitting there. Fail. And I keep burning the same one. Stop burning her. Burn something that's actually relevant. There we go, finally. And that's what Giant Team looks like. Or at least when it works kind of correctly. And that's what we're going to be using to get all of our Titan XP most likely. I don't know how it goes against Ubistep. We'll find out. Only problem is Fire Giant's pretty useless if we don't have Ural up yet. Maybe I should give all the mana into Ural. Because I really need those burns. Well, I guess that doesn't actually get us any burns any quicker, does it? Let's go through a poke down. We already have the burn down, so... it didn't do what I needed. He doesn't have enough damage yet either. We missed, but we'll go for that. Go into, I guess, first slot. Get that damage some. Throw it onto red. Pretty much always just throw it into red. Oh, that was an extra turn. How is that not extra turn? We're not frozen or anything. Guess this didn't hit one. Oh, he's not burned. How are you not burned either? Do you have immune? You don't even have immune. Burned already. There you go. So much more clicking compared to a divine team. Let's see if we're going with that down. Yeah, this is a little bit slower, but it's still going decent enough. It's mainly because it hits one at a time. Every team that always hits one at a time tends to be a bit slower. Alright, there we go. It's not that bad. Do you know how to farm event keys? There is basically no way to farm event keys specifically. The only way you could do it is to gain a lot of glory and then spend 180 each for a glory key. And that's about it. That or to mass farm gems with treasure hunt. It is treasure hunt event objective week, so I guess you could technically get them that way. You don't actually get any specific key drops of event keys from it, but you do end up getting a decent amount of gems specifically from it that you'd be able to use into the keys. Yeah, I know. You can do control finds for it. The biggest issue with that, though, is it doesn't search through the entire chat. It only searches through the visible chat, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, boss raid is going to be Blackhawk, yes. Which basically means Kraken spam, most likely. But then again, never mind. Well, I don't know. You can't devour the last slot until you kill it out. But you'd still get that nice poke damage on. Okay, maybe not Kraken spam. Huh. Yeah, what would you use? The Kingdom doesn't really have anything too exceptionally good. As far as mana generation is concerned, it actually has, okay, we're not going to be able to use this against Divines. Wow. We miss one time. We, like, instantly lose the battle. Yeah, that's not happening. Retreat. Well, we can't take Divine teams on anymore. I guess we just keep doing easy battles. Might be one of the easier ways of doing this. When is the next Treasure Gnome event? Oh, it's like a month away. It's going to be a while before next one. We just had one like the other week. It's quite a while away. I believe the new event is delaying the next Bounty Hunter as well, which is also delaying the next pet. Because I believe they're doing it every 2 weeks they're doing one. But because they're doing every 2 weeks, now they have a third one that's kind of getting in the way of the other ones. Okay, let's just go for a poke on Hero in case he gets burned. He didn't, but we'll go for Sunbird since it's the biggest threat. I thought this would be a Firebomb team, apparently not. Ah, he just buried everything. That's another problem with this team, too. Doesn't deal with barrier that well. Oh, wait. Yes, it does. Don't we get to spell on 4 times? No, does this Cleric class have the spell on 4 times? I forget if it does. I'm gonna double check that. Why do I feel like it does? Alright, we'll move that over. Take the other one. It would definitely be useful if it did. Well, actually, we could tell right now. Did we just take an extra turn? I believe we did. So that would be no then. Yeah, it doesn't. Never mind. Or at least if it does, we don't have it set. But I don't think it does now. There we go. And then we just hit it with that instead. 4 times Shocktopus? No. Let me go double check. If it does, I need it. Let's see, that's not where you check it. Hero, class, Titan, info. Actually, well, that gives us our XP, but that's not what I'm looking for, actually. No, he doesn't have Dispel. Never mind. No Dispel for you. Yeah, we don't get Dispel. Ah, one of the few things we needed as well. Or one of the few other things we needed. Oh well, it's fine. Okay, anyways. Let's go ahead back and... you know what, I guess we'll still keep doing ranked instead. We'll just go for the easier battles. Instead of going for 3 trophies. Unless it's a really easy 3 trophy. Alright, we'll get this up. We'll throw this onto... Actually, you know what? Let's get full mana just in case. Good, I'll bring it down immediately. There goes my attack. Creates a bunch of green, which we don't really need for the most part. Nor can we actually utilize any of it, so that doesn't quite work out. It's almost guaranteed gonna miss, but I'll throw that down. That should be enough to kill, right? No, it's not. It's a lot of damage, but not enough to actually go all the way. We'll go and I guess we just get Ural back up then. We don't have too many ways of doing that, but slowly but surely we'll get it up. Never mind, we one-turn it. Very nice. We'll leave him in kill range. Oh, then again, maybe that was a bad idea. He just got silence. There we go. Yeah, he's gonna get silence on us, and he actually hits one of the important ones as well. Move the yellow over. At least we have a way to kill him now. As long as we get a kill, we end up getting the thing off it as well. So you know what? We'll go for that. Kill immediately, just so we can go straight into Dawnbringer. Wait, what? That was pointless then, if I did it that way. Fail. Why did I do that? Okay, yeah, this team I don't think is gonna actually work out for us. At this point, I might as well just be using 4 times Divine with a Giant instead. Would probably be quicker than this. That or using the Kraken team. Then again, that would be too luck-based. Yeah, I think we just use Divine team with the current hero class we're using. And just do it that way and see what happens. Because we're losing against a ridiculously easy team. And down goes. Or at least what should be a ridiculously easy team. Okay, plan B. Let's keep using Divines. Let's see. Yep, that's the right team. Let's see what actually happens. It should play out almost the same way. The biggest difference is we're weaker. But it should still be strong enough, even in a weaker state, that it's still just instant wins. Or almost instant wins. Moves, where are you? Yellow, sure, why not? Shuffle. It's gonna hit us for a drain, and we do not have immunity to it. There's only one hero class that even has immunity to mana drain, and it's Orb Weaver. Which means you basically never have a mana drain immunity on your hero, because there's no really viable ones. Look at that, look, see, we don't even need Divine hero class, we still land the extra turn. Okay, you know what, I guess we just use Divines with Titan. They seem a bit odd, but it gets the job done. Seriously, is there anything that this triple combo can't do? We don't even need the Divine Protector. Just Infernus into Ubistit's like instant win regardless. And of course Divine Ishpala gives a half mana start. Let's see. Hello Donovan, welcome. Let's see. On the normal quick clear team, then keep your fingers crossed for the arcane stones. Yep, pretty much. You just keep spamming explore and just hoping that you eventually get it. Let's see. Oh yeah, it does search through all the chat. I just didn't know for sure if it did. I do use control find for some things. I just never bothered using it on my own chat before. Let's see. You don't see anything good in Blackhawk. Gonna be a... Well, Kraken's the only particularly good thing. and that one that converts everything to blue, which may have some purpose, but for the most part, it is going to probably be one of the more annoying weeks, I would assume. Also, that reminds me, I need to go change my banner back to green-blue, because we're using, we don't have the color link from earlier to use for this team anymore. So we got to go back to green-blue. And I should probably go change that for all my pets as well, because we're going to be using this probably for a while now. The Titan, that is. Let's go and throw down last slot. The awkward moment when it's not enough damage, though it wouldn't have been enough even if that was divine. We would have been 3 damage short of killing him. Oh, then never mind. Burn would have killed him already by now if we had the divine hero class. Oh well. Can't always get everything. And it was go for the hit. Your blue invade team is weak in Guild Wars. Which blue mythic would be the best to build a team around? Well, it depends what follow-ups you have for it. I'd probably say the cheapest one. Well, cheapest, but I mean the ones that you need the cheapest supports for would be Corvash, Azura, Skady, into one other troop. That could be your hero using something. That could be just a completely different troop in general. But I think Corvash, Azura, Skady combo would be one of the better bets. Oh, you're level 96 Bard. Very nice. Yeah, I think my next after Giant is going to be Assassin. I really, really want to use Max Assassin. It could potentially be the strongest damage output in the entire game. We'll have to see. Especially if Skull Spam gets a few more better options. It already has some pretty decent options, though. And then it goes. Should you be leveling all your weapons or just use the ingots to level particular ones? As far as rare and below, it doesn't really matter what you put it in. As far as ultra rare and epic, you want to put it into things based on what kingdoms you need upgraded. So look at your kingdoms and see which ones need upgrades for their stars. And those are the ones you're going to want to put the ultra rare and epics into, is the ones you specifically need for kingdom upgrades. Legends and mythics you should only put into weapons you actually plan on using. In the case of late game, or really just in general, the main 2 legendary weapons that you'd put them into, for the most part, would be either Mang, because it's so good in raids and invasions and a few other instances within the game, as well as, Divine Protector, one of the 2. Divine Protector, of course, being the main weapon used for these teams. And you'll see a lot of them with like the plus something around. But it's definitely one of the better weapons out there. Other than that, as far as mythic weapons are concerned, I'm personally holding out on using any of my mythic ingots just because none of the current ones are too over the top. There's only one real mythic weapon, and of course that's the Dawnbringer itself. But the benefits that Dawnbringer gets are relatively low, so I haven't bothered upgrading it yet. By the time we'll get even halfway through maxing Dawnbringer, if I was to start, there would already be a new mythic weapon added to the game. So I'm just going to wait for whatever that new mythic weapon is, and then determine then if we're going to go Dawnbringer or whatever the new weapon is. Not fully certain. It really depends heavily on what on Earth it does. We'll find out when they ever add it. Parrot is from Blackhawk. Oh, that could come in handy some. Yeah, we could triple silence the everything except raid boss, or at least attempt to, which would definitely come in handy. Oh, that's funny. We barrier every brand we take, and I just barriered him away. I was wondering why we kept gaining so many barrier. Wow, this hero class is tanky. This is tankier than I thought it was. Every single brown we gain barrier. We're like unkillable if we were to have like a brown spam team. Could you imagine if that was for a more useful color on this team, like yellow or something? We'd never die, ever. We'd never even take a single hit of damage, pretty much. We'll go and throw Infernus down. Yeah, the hero class, wow. Anything that has that barrier thing is just so insane. We're not even using brown mana accumulation. Yeah, we're still just constantly barriered pretty much on him. Okay, can we get this down? Doesn't look like it. So we'll just go and take mana manually. We still don't have it, so again, we'll take it manually again. Go for, I guess, an Infernus. He'll poke us some. And yeah, we'll just go for it. And dead. Yeah, Divinia is still really good. If you haven't picked one up yet, you still have 2 days. She's in the event key drop table until Monday. So yeah, if you haven't gotten Divinia, definitely go get Divinia. There's also a chance for Dragon Soul. Highly advise leaving this week, or trying to leave this week with both Divinia and Dragon Soul if you don't already have it. We even got it on our Let's Play account. Actually, we even got Element Grim on our Let's Play account. We got very, very lucky. But Element Grim's in the drop table too. He's mainly only used for Purple Guild War days and a few other niche instances, but he is pretty decent against Ubistet, which is one nice benefit of him. It's also decent against Skull Spam and is the best Impervious in game. No, these days, out of everything that he does, him being the best Impervious in game is like probably one of the least relevant aspects. Even though at one point it was probably the most relevant part of him. Okay, I need to kill it out somehow. Oh, you know what? Since we're using first slot hero, I should probably go opt for higher attack instead of the armor. Also, we just lost. He just got famine, and I didn't get my mana up for anything. At least we got Skull. Alright, we'll take the red over. Didn't get the extra turn. He just drains it immediately. Oh, I forgot to change my banner, didn't I? No wonder why we're having mana issues as well. That's another factor. So we'll have to go change that in a moment. But let's go and just take, I guess, Green Surge. Please don't kill us with Random Skull. Or Random Spirit Fox. Okay, let's go and get this down, hopefully. I did an extra turn. And he just drained my full mana away. We do have enough to poke him, though, so I guess we'll do that. And there goes Famine. Let's try to not take the mana we need, which is literally every mana, so never mind. And yeah, I should just let that go, but he's gonna get the hit now. At least it's not enough to kill anything. Alright, let's take blue to red. Get some purple out of it. Still that +1 blue, so we can still do it if we just do it off of blues. There we go, we got it regardless. And we found a brown in there, so we should be protected now. And it was Infernus for the kill. Well, that battle went horribly. But it still came through. Okay, let's go switch this to the correct banner now. Well, at least the correct banner for this hero class, I should say. Technically, that's the correct banner if we have level 70 or higher Divine. But that's not what we're using right now. Let's switch over to... what am I looking for again? I'm looking for green-blue, which is McGrim Woods. There we are. Okay. What rarity is Divinia? Legendary. Same rarity as Dragon Soul. They're both legends. Both really good legends, too. Divinia is one of the better supports in the game, and Dragon Soul is insanely good soul accumulation and just really consistent damage. It's also the highest damage source in the game at a lower level range. Though it's only the absolute highest below level like 150 or so. But throughout the entire game, even this late in the game, it's still viable to use. It just becomes less viable the further you go, because its max hit is 20. That's the highest it could ever hit. And of course, obviously, that's really, really high earlier on in the game, but this late in the game, you could easily hit like 30s on most things. Like if we look at Infernus, we're hitting pretty much AoE 36 in a way. Even though his ability isn't necessarily actually AoE, it's pretty close to it. And there's plenty of them that do around 30, like World Breaker and stuff. As well as just some of the standard ones like KrissTigger. Hello, Amory, welcome! Yeah, I can assure you they will never add troop trading. They've mentioned it many times that they never will. They would sooner add some form of real-time PvP than they would add troop trading. And even that they're probably not going to be doing. Yeah, Divinia can easily make any team you plop it onto a lot tankier. It doesn't even have to be Dragon teams or Divine teams or anything. Just put on a team and it makes it so much harder to kill the team. It's not a replacement for barrier spam earlier on in the game, but it definitely helps. One or two hero classes that are worth leveling up. I would say probably Assassin and Titan would be your main two ones to go for. Main reason I went for Divine first is just because late game Divine teams are the best team basically in the entire game right now. But if you don't have the mythic components to make them work, if you don't have one of the two mythics, they're not as worth going for. But really he survived with 1 HP. I'm so used to Divine damage. But anyways, as far as hero classes, yeah, I would say either Titan or Assassin. Probably more so Assassin. You can gain 1 soul per turn on it, which is of course useful. But other than that, it has just really solid damage output across the line. It's also great with skull spam, and particularly extremely early in the game, you tend to use skulls a lot more than other aspects. And it does have the highest base attack as well. I believe overall it technically has slightly lower attack than some of the other hero classes due to some of the other perks that exist, but still, relatively decent hero class. Okay, we'll go and we'll take the green. He gets his convert. I wasn't even checking for that, but looks like he misses, so that's nice. We do have Ubistet in range, so we'll go for it in a second. Actually, you know what? Let's go for it now. Get the kill. He'll shuffle. I haven't seen anyone using Wisp for ages. Not since they nerfed it. It is one of the troops they over-nerfed a bit. But then again, it was brought into the game way too strong, so... we'll throw that down, and there we go. It went from being like the best troop in the entire game to never being used again, pretty much. Which I guess isn't necessarily the fault of over nerfing. It's mainly just that they made it way too strong to begin with. It was better than Mythics when it first came out. Let's see, we'll go and get it on Gorgolfa. Get the furnace down. What it was before was 9 mana costs, empowered, and it had +1 purple. Let's see. Which basically means you use 2 or 3 of them into a team, and you just kept spamming them over and over again with like a Kraken or something. Or any of the other alternatives. Okay, I need to get used to not having 6 additional damage. That's like the 5th time in a row now. We've done his ability and not gotten a kill because of 6 damage. Which is what we would have gotten from having 1 more Divine on the team, which would have been our hero class specifically. I'm so used to having it, but now we don't. Ow. Well, now we don't have it at all. The team's just like if we didn't have the Divine to begin with. What do we even take here? I guess we move that. I think we're dead. We got this. What do we even take? Okay, we'll move that over. He gets full mana for Dawnbringer. It's not good. I think he just won. Yep, he just won. He just won with Dawnbringer. Alright, let's take our easy revenge. Yeah, Divine Protector when it was first released was completely dead content, which is kind of unfortunate. That's now the best weapon in the entire game. But, Yeah, it was kind of understandable if you didn't kind of get it. I always, of course, get every weapon always immediately when it gets released. Because you never know when they might buff something or nerf something. Well, not like nerfing would help, but you know, you never know when they might buff something or if you might need them in the future. Which is why I always accumulated them throughout the entirety of the game. Yeah, we are one of only probably like a few hundred people that bother having every weapon. Just because you had to have been playing this game for almost 3 years to technically have every weapon. Because there are some weapons that they've almost never really offered again. Or they only offered it through $5 packs, which means if you're playing free-to-play. If you're playing free-to-play, it's actually literally impossible, unless you played since day one, to have every weapon in the game. But they will be changing that in the future to be able to have them. Alright, we'll move that. Yeah, we'll go for the thing. Go for the poke there. Do that down. And Infernus into anything. Which I probably should just taken a skull so he wouldn't and just take itself out, but oh well. Throw Ubistet in it, and down it goes. Too bad we can't always get 4 times Firebomb. Makes it a lot easier to farm EXP. Well, it makes it easier to farm everything. You know what? We'll go for this one. Our final one's actually a bit easier. Also, Black Manacle. Interesting choice. It's not a horrible weapon. What does it gain perk-wise? It doesn't tell me. Never mind, I gotta go check it. That's the first person I've seen putting their things in the Black Manacle. I don't know. I don't think that would be horrible. Out of every single choice you would have, that's a questionable one to make, though. But it's not the worst weapon out there. It's actually within top 10, possibly even top 5, depending on how you gauge them. More so top 10, though. I think like 6, maybe, currently. Somewhere around there. It's a pretty decent weapon. Is he using it with Dragon Guard? Yeah, everyone's using Dragon Guard this week because of the event. It's either Dragon Guards or Divine is a good majority of what everyone's using. Unless they're specifically leveling something else. Because those are the 2 that have 10% this week, so obviously it's pretty good to actually use them. What do we need to move around? We'll go just take a red, I guess. Get another red. Can we just get a surge already? Can we get a surge already? That's 3 in a row. Okay, we'll take that. I'm kind of curious what Black Manacle is now. Let me go check that. Also, the next treasure gnome or pet gnome we find, we'll give out a redeem code. We haven't given that one out yet, so we'll go and make sure to do so. But let me go backtrack and go check the thing real quick. Go take tribute. And let's see, grab that. Go for mail, defend reward, nothing too much, but better than nothing. Alright, what am I looking for? I'm looking for troops. I'm looking for Black Manacle. What does this gain as benefit? Weapon, Black Manacle. Change class, upgrade weapon. Create a purple gem, not too good. Reduce a random skill on the first enemy by 2, that's fine. Disease the first enemy, that's fine. And destroy 3 random purple gems. I'm not sure what order it does that in. I assume it does the purple creation first and then destroys them. That's not horrible. Definitely not the greatest of perks. I wouldn't really go out of my way for it as the first one, that's for sure. It does gain 2 magic as it goes up, though, which is kind of cool. Which does give it 2 more full AoE damage. Normally, most of them gain at least 1, though, but it would gain 2. That doesn't make too big a difference, but 1 extra magic is 1 extra magic. I don't know. I don't feel like that's worth it. Not for how rare those things are. There's some rumors of an Apocalypse Kingdom. You never know. I wouldn't be surprised if they eventually make the Vault, the Elementals, and all those kind of things, the Primals, and into actual kingdoms. I don't think that's happening anytime soon, though, if they are going to do it, though. But you never know. And Firebomb, go. Ah, okay, let me just take the skull. It'll destroy itself out. And down it goes. I was not about to give a redeem code. Hey, we finally got our first level on Titan, 59. We'll be giving one soon, though. Well, level 59, only 41 levels to go. We're not even halfway there. 70 is the halfway mark. Yeah, we got a long ways to go. I'm not planning on getting it maxed anytime soon. As I mentioned, my game plan is ideally level 70 before raids. Level 100 is quite a ways away. Yeah, let's just do it on Queen map so it doesn't do anything. Actually, everything on that team is annoying. So we'll go and get a Ragnagor. You know what? We try getting a kill right here. Ooh, it actually turned that nice. And then we throw it again in this match. He dies to burn or to skull. That works too. Best weapon that isn't Dawnbringer? Well, it depends on the context of your team. I'd probably have to say Mountain Crusher, generically, would be one of the best weapons in the game. With a half mana start, it is the quickest explosion in the game. Being able to be one-turned without the use of a +1 banner. Which is quicker than Ragnagord, which is also one-turn, but it requires a +1 banner. Or a +1 trait in order to get him to surge into full mana. The Mountain Crusher is the quickest explosion of any troop. Even if you count all troops within the game and all weapons, it's still the quickest possible explosion you can ever get. It's tied in first, but it's the lowest mana cost needed for it. And you don't need a +1. Other than that, some pretty other decent ones are Divine Protector in the context of a Divine team like we're using now. Black Mana Gold because its Devour chance, if it triggers, is insanely good. Though only if it triggers. Let's see a few other ones. Mang, obviously, is best in slot for things like raids as well as normally for invasions. Some of the other Mang-like weapons get used occasionally as well, though generally Mang is the best way to go. And... oh, well, the ones that are there out there. Technically, War and Peace and Fire and Ice are decent AoE weapons when you don't have too many other options. Same as Creeping Death. And that's most of them. There's a few other ones like here or there, but there's not much of a weapon selection given that there's like 200 weapons in the game. There's relatively few decent ones. Ah, he got a kill. We would actually have immune to this Devour. If, oh, I tried to take it out for an extra turn. Why did it do it that way? There's actually relatively few decent weapons out there, given how many there are in the game. Yeah, we'll go take red to blue. Get Infernus in there. And down it goes. Who should you use for gold farming? You just... oh, good. Epic Ingots. Nice. You would go and just do PvP spam with the best team you have. Oh, a +8 Boom Boom. Interesting. What is Boom Boom's bonus? I was planning on actually putting that into that. Because I'm not mistaken, out of every epic weapon, Boom Boom is the most effective because it gains another explosion. It's basically like a damaging version of Mountain Crusher, except it gains less mana. But it's substituted with damage instead. But let me go see this thing real quick. Boom Boom. Because I think we could actually max it right now. That's not it. Upgrade weapon. Yeah, I can almost max it. We're only 10 away from maxing a Boom Boom. Though we would need it max for it to be actually useful to use. Let's see. It gains a lot of attack. Wow. It gains 6 attack and 1 magic. Reduce a random skill on the first enemy by 2. That's nothing really. Burn the first enemy. And explode a random gem is the main factor that's actually useful on it. But explodes 3 gems and then damage to a random, or randomly split amongst enemies. That's not really that worth it. Let me see all the epic weapons. What is the epic weapon we'll be going for if we were to do it based on how good the weapon is and no other factor other than that? Let's go based on rarity. And let's go down to the epics. So Boom Boom, possibly Bull Roar. What do you do? I'm looking for weapon upgrade. You give 1 mana to all other allies. That'd be insanely good in a looping weapon. Gain 2 to a random skill every time it casts. And stun the first enemy. Not spammable enough for that to be worth it. Bullseye. This true damage weapon could be okay. Destroys 3 random green gems and Hunter's Mark first. That's actually pretty funny. Chaos Blade has potential. Gain 4 life. Explode a random purple. That's actually not too bad. And then reduce a random skill on first enemy. And you're already doing a bunch of true damage to it. What does the Scythe version of it do? Basically just gains souls and drains. Oh, I'll drain a little bit from first. Actually, that's something else that's actually pretty decent. I think one of the better ones might be Silent Night. Where does Silent Night go? There it is. Silent Night's actually kind of funny. It drains 3 mana from the first enemy, freezes the first enemy, and explodes a random yellow gem. That's actually not too bad. So you get a freeze for first, a silence for last, a drain 3 on first, and a explode, so you get some of your mana back. Oh, I always thought it was 9 mana. Never mind, it's 12 mana. Maybe that's not worth it then. What's ssaszix blades do? Ssaszix used to be like, it was the first weapon ever added. Steal 2 attack from the first enemy, destroy 3 random greens. It's not too bad, gain 4 life. Not the greatest thing out there, of course. What is this useless weapon? It's all useless. Okay, what about the wrench? Steal 3 armor from the first enemy, give all mechs 1 armor. Why would you do it only the mechs? Let's see. Skull Cleaver. Destroy a column. Deal 25 damage to a random enemy boosted by skulls destroyed. Destroy a random doom skull. Really? Yeah, none of this is really that useful. Prey Seeker. That's a weird true damage thing that's actually decent with some of the new hero class. Hunter Mark all enemies. Really? Explode a random skull and destroy 3 green gems. Interesting combination of things. Oh no, none of that just really seems over the top worth it. Let's see, what's this last one? Destroy a random purple, destroy a random yellow, gain 10 go. No. And Deep Stone actually gets in the way of the ability itself, so I don't want to upgrade that. And then we just have this standard, like, do extra damage weapons and stuff. Like all the epic ones that they added from the thing. But yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure we'll just put into whatever one we need for Kingdom. None of the epic weapons seem really over the top worth it, personally. Hello, Zork. Welcome. Oh yeah, the new pet that's coming out on next Wednesday is fully cosmetic. It's the 4th of July pet. It's the first holiday pet they ever added, or will be adding. But yeah, they'll be doing that more in the future, but it's the first ever cosmetic pet added to the game. You still level it like normal, except you get no benefit whatsoever for doing so. I'll go Throne Furnace. And then it goes. Hey, speaking about pets, aw. Hey, this is the first time we've gotten Mimic since we maxed. So now all we do is get brown pet food, if I'm not mistaken. So when we get a copy of him, we just get a brown pet food instead. What should happen. Let me go switch my banner back to green-blue. Because we're no longer using the correct hero class. Let's go do that. And go into that. This is actually a really good way to gain EXP as well. Is just getting a pet. Obviously, you can't just infinitely keep getting pets, but whenever you do have a pet active, it's some of the best EXP you can actually get into your hero class. Because these battles, even these ridiculously easy ones like we're in right now, still gives you 2 EXP per battle. And these first 4 battles are like some of the quickest EXP you could ever really get, which is nice. Some of the other game modes are pretty decent for that too, like Raids and Invasions. The first several battles of them are super, super good EXP for whatever hero class you're using. So we're going to be able to power level Titan quite a bit by doing that. I almost want to use that for some of the other hero classes too, just to get them leveled initially. Well, you should level them eventually. You get gems and orbs from them. They would just be the absolute last possible pets you would ever bother going for. But you would still level them. You would just save them as the literally last option. You'd max out every pet before you'd bother feeding them. It will starve before you feed it. Here we go. Starving actually isn't a mechanic, but if it was, it would happen. Oh, I should have taken that. It's not that big a deal, though. And then it goes. But yeah, you still upgrade it. Every single new pet they add, regardless of how bad it is still 15 gems. And, I mean, never mind. It's still 20 gems plus a orb. Every single new pet they ever add. That's technically what it will give you if you max it out. So eventually when we reach the point where we have enough food that you just automatically max level everything, or, you know, assuming you have the copies. That's something else I wish they would add too. There's no way to specifically focus upgrading a pet. But it'd be cool if they added some kind of way to do that. Like, for example, if you had every pet mythic and a new one came out, the only way that you could ever get more copies of it to rush it up would be with gems. There's no non-gem option to get them up, other than randomly finding them. But they should have had some small way of doing it. Let's see. Like, maybe when you find a pet gnome when you have a pet active. Like, if your guild already has a pet active and you find a pet gnome, maybe it could allow you just to choose, like, one pet or something. It would give a really big incentive to actually try farming during that time, too. It would also make Wednesdays quite a bit more active. Since, if they did something like that, where if you found a pet gnome when a pet's already active, you get any pet of choice, one copy of it, instead of 2 white pet food, then, yeah, a lot of people would actually farm during that time just to try to get whatever pet they're missing, get more copies of it. And I think that would be pretty cool. It'd barely come into play at all, but it'd be a way that they could do it for free while still keeping incentive to actually spend gems on them occasionally. Because finding a pet gnome during a pet currently is just, like, so bad. All it does is do white pet food. Okay, let's go and move that. Go for... what do we even need? I'll just take a skull. Take blue, throw a hit down. Throw it onto the first one just so we can kill it out before it does anything. Go for double kill. And just repeat the cycle again until we win. With our infinite barrier spam. Oh, he's gotta get a summon. Okay, good. He wasted his turn, but I don't think we can press him hard enough before he does something. Let's see. I'm looking for extra turn. I don't believe we have it anywhere. Come on, triple green. Nope, that's obviously not triple green. Go get a summon. Not much we could do to stop that. We'll go kill out his first slot with one shot. I was hoping we'd gain mana so we could go and furnace him. Apparently not. And that's match. And 2 more. And then we get more copies of the Mimic we already have maxed, which gives us nothing. Just just brown pet food. This is the first time I actually ever get to see it happen, though. I assume it just gives me brown pet food instead. But are we on the 7th battle right now? I want to go claim all of it and then see what happens when we take the final one. And claim it individually. Oh, we have a furnace down. Get the other furnace down. And what else do we need from there? Destroy the poke. And there we go. Alright, let's claim our previous rewards. Okay, we got a copy of Mimic. But doesn't that just go into brown pet food now? Because we don't actually have another copy of Mimic. If we go check our troops, that should be one more brown pet food, right? Pets, Mimic. Oh no, it is showing us 2. Wait, does it go up to... How do I exchange them for, Oh, okay. Trade 1 extra copy of Mimic for 1 brown pet food. Okay, yeah, I see. So you do still keep accumulating them as pets, but you can just transform them 1-to-1 for pet food. Poor pets. Oh no. Gotta destroy all of them for food. Okay, anyways, let's go do the final Mimic one. I guess I'll just accumulate them, because I'm probably pretty sure I won't be needing too much food. There we go, let's get a poke down on last slot. Yeah, if we do need more food, we can just do that, but we'll see. Do that, throw in Furnace. And let's convert all that over. Throw a Furnace into Ubstet. They have 2 high stats to try getting kill yet. I believe they still have slightly too high of stats. Probably calculated it out, but nah. Let's go just kill the healer and go from there. Oh, he's gonna loop me, isn't he? He's gonna go for it. He's actually gonna kill us right now. We just lost. Well, let's go get a Furnace up. Oh wait, never mind, that was an extra turn, thought it was. Oh no, it was, but it was off of the sky. But it actually would have been an extra turn. Yep, all pets eventually become pet food, eventually. That is the cycle of life. There are pets, and then they become pet food for other pets. Yeah, we'll go take purple over, run Furnace. And, I guess we'll just get a poke on him. Why not? Let's go throw it into you because you're going to be more annoying. He'll do explosion, or she'll do explosion. It'll hit us. It'll hit us. It'll hit us. Dead. Do I just need to go bring Gob Chompers? Don't make me have to bring Gob Chompers. I want to go get hero EXP. At this point, I might as well just bring them out. I really don't want to have to switch back into that, but I will if I need to. Give this one last shot. Problem is, it's a normal Goblin team, except it hits twice as hard, pretty much, compared to a normal one we'd see in PvP. It's technically stronger than player-owned versions of it, because it already has the correct synergy, for the most part, other than Goblin Shaman. And it just has such higher stats in comparison. We'll take a red here. He gets a skull. We'll throw in Furnace and hopefully get lucky from there. So we'll go throw a poke on you. Throw in Furnace into trying to do that again. Don't think we can get Ubstet or anything down. We'll go throw that down. 0 attack. Really? That actually hurts our Ubstet a lot. So we'll go and get the last little bit of our mana. Throw it on him again. Might need to actually calculate this out just to see if we have enough damage because we have no attack now. I think this should be fine. We'll go for it. It is enough. Perfect. Okay, so we should be fine now. All we have to do is get another Furnace, a few more off, and then Ubstet again. Even with 0 attack on our team, apparently still way more than enough damage. And it's pretty much match. We'll go throw this onto the more annoying one, the one that can actually kill us. It survives because we're not using Divine Hero class, once again. That's kind of the theme of today. And there it goes. Okay, we got it through. And then we got one more copy of the pet, of course, which we already have maxed, but oh well. Get a reward. Thank you for the Mimic. There we go. Okay. And that's that. Let's go through, actually, you know what? I was going to say throw some treasure maps, but we'll wait until we get at least a gnome first. Should have used the Dawnbringer. I did not pronounce it that way. I pronounce it definitely as Dawnbringer. Yeah, he'll poke me. I kind of want to poke him back, but nah. Alright, we'll just throw some skulls at him. Get an Furnace in there. He'll die to burn, or not, never mind. Throw another Furnace, go from there. Hello, Elite Gaming! Welcome! Should you wait to open VIP keys for any reason? Yes. Two things you save them for. Either for new mythics, or they're about to add ingots to their drop table. So, wait until they eventually add ingots to their drop table. Could also be a possible option to wait till. They'll probably do in that next patch, though it hasn't been confirmed yet. Alright, let me kill this thing so it doesn't accidentally evade. And we'll go and Ubestead it so we get the guarantee kill. Also, by the way, that is a gnome. Let me go and give out redeem code. I did say next gnome we'd give one out, and that is indeed next gnome. Is he running assassin? No, he's running archer. Why is he running archer? Archer actually isn't particularly good compared to assassin. What do we even need? Guess we'll take green. Apparently he set his thing to gold. That doesn't actually work on defend, by the way. Or, you know, you don't get to keep that gold, I mean. And we get 2,500 gold. Nothing good, but I did say when we get a gnome, I would give one out. And that is indeed a gnome. And let's go hand one out. And I guess that means we'll go do some maps as well, because I needed to go do that anyways for the event thingy. Not only the event objective, but I also needed it for the... we also needed it for the daily quest of 5 treasure maps. I think it's only for 40 glory, but still, that's... 40 more glory for something we already would have done, so that's nice. Anyways, let's go head over to the Gems of Wolfwolf, go find a code that hasn't been used. I need to go ask Salty for more codes. We're almost out of codes. Actually, I don't even have enough till next Friday. Actually, that's about how long I have. Let's see, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 codes left is all we have. So hopefully Salty will have more. And that'll be the last of the June codes, which makes sense because today's the last day of June. Anyways, let's go and, but yeah, we'll have 2 more codes left. So one of them will be Monday and one of them will be who knows when. But, yeah, hopefully she gives me more Monday or Tuesday or sometime around there. I'll probably ask her tonight and then remind her again tomorrow and then remind her again the following day and see if she actually gives one. Okay, let's see. One of these I need to save for, Friday because it's relevant for the new thing that's coming out. But, well, semi-relevant, not really that relevant. Most of these aren't really too relevant to anything. Well, let's just go check Let's go check this one and see if it works. We did have one code so far that actually did not work. That she gave in this batch, but hopefully this one works. I'm not a robot. It is successful. Very nice. Okay, so let me go put this over here so I can go copy-paste the thing into chat in a second. Then let's go and put this into the chat below, and we'll be good to go. Okay, redeem code. Right there, replace that, boom, space, kill streak. And there we go. It's an actual word for once, too, instead of like a bunch of numbers or letters or anything in there. There we go. And you use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. You put in your invite code, which is found underneath settings, the redeem code, which is found below us or in chat, and say that you're not a robot. Unless you are a robot, then I don't know what to do. Anyways, but yeah, invite code over here. Whatever your game says is what you put in. Don't put in mine. Put in whatever yours is. Redeem code below, and there's a link. Or go to gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. Gives the same reward as always. Do keep in mind it only works on PC, mobile, and the Amazon version. Does not work on console. And we actually have a daily task to go use a gem key, and I don't want to bother repicking it because we'd probably already go and use 1 key anyway, so at least we get 5 gems back for doing so instantly. And it's a useless troop, but at least it only cost us like 4 gems to open it pretty much because gem keys are basically worth 9 gems, and we got 5 of them back, so got more than half its value back. And I guess we'll go do some treasure maps now. Oops, I almost clicked new task. I keep thinking like this button will bring you to where you do it, but no, it doesn't. But let me go and do 5 treasure maps. We could try repicking in something better, but I was already planning on doing treasure maps, so we're not going out of our way, really, to go and do this. So let's go do some maps real quick. Let's see, we already did our pet and everything. Let's see, where's treasure hunt? Of course, maps are related to the event objectives this week. We have to do a lot more maps than how many I plan on doing. No, I'm pretty sure I'm going to finish it. But we are going to do some now just to get it out of the way. If we keep pinching just a little bit here and there, it'll eventually be done. But yeah, some decent rewards. I believe 8 gem keys is the final reward for the week. I believe you also get 80 gems throughout the getting to that point as well. You also get copies of Visk, though that's pretty irrelevant due to Visk being not particularly good. Oh, and we got a gem, apparently. This is one of the best game modes for gems as well. Actually, it's the best game mode, not one of the best. It's around 60 gems per hour if you use maps as quickly as you possibly can. So if you have a reserve of a couple hundred maps or more, you could easily maintain a 60 gem per hour rate among several other resources, though the main reward you'd be gaining are gems. I just gotta keep taking the first move we ever see every single time. That down with that. Take the other one down. Move something. Take that one down. Take the other. Silver. Move that. I'm starting to run out of moves that are quick because we congested down the entire bottom of the board. Almost sounds like we got another gem. Yep, one gem key. Pretty much on average, every map gives you a gem. Pretty much. Of course, more if you actually played them out, but it's not worth the time to actually play these out. Especially for the event objective. You're basically, to get it done as quickly as possible, you just keep taking moves the second you see them. And just keep spam clicking it every single time. And the strategy I normally use is I look over to the left and then over to the right and just kind of do it that way so we always know where our next move is going to be. Because if we did it more towards the exact same area, you can sometimes do a move that makes it so you can't do the move you're about to go take. Okay, so we'll take that, put the other one down, take the one from over there. That my eyes are not quick enough for this game mode. You could probably be doing it like so much quicker than what I'm doing. Such a low reaction time. I'm so used to turn-based games. It has made my reaction time so bad. Let's move that, move that. Take the other one. Take the other one over. That, move this over. I believe we only need like 2 more maps to complete out the objective, or even this might be our last one that we need for it. We're still gonna do a few more beyond that though, because of course we have way more to do for the actual event itself, like way more. I do advise doing it though, if you do have the time. It takes about a little over an hour if you could bear doing maps for that long. No, maps are actually quite a bit of fun. I just wish they paid out a little bit better, which technically while doing this they do. We need to spam the dev Q&A with drop the 50 gem class fee. They are doing it in some way, shape, or form eventually. How soon eventually is soon TM. No official date was given, and yeah, we don't know anything really. But they will be mentioning it on stream for sure. 100% chance they will be addressing it in some way, shape, or form. If they'll address it adequately is questionable, but they are definitely addressing it in some way. But they are aware, obviously. It's probably one of the biggest issues with the game right now. Or among one of them. No, it's definitely not the only issue. But it's definitely one of the more pressing ones at the moment due to the changes that they've recently made, basically requiring you like literally every day, multiple times a day, to actually switch your hero class. Yeah, if you try doing so, you'll lose 50 gems every time. We'll move that. Take the other one from down there. That down, move the other one. And that's about match. Almost there. And there we go. And there's our 40 glory. So I guess we'll leave it at that for now. So we completed our objective. We got 20 more glory on top of that 40 glory. And we got slightly further on the event. Did we get like right before one of the other rewards? Yes, we did. You know what? We're playing one more map. We only need one more map to get 30 gems. I'll take it. Let's go do that real quick. Of course, we're going all the way, but I can't just leave 30 gems just sitting there right now. So then we'll go back to PvP and start going back to the Titan grind. Titan grind, while using a completely divine hero, or divine team. Because why use anything else? I'll go take that. Put that one over. And let's see. Take that. Double check everything else. Move all the gold over. And let's see. Should be about it. And there we go. Okay, and now we get ourselves 30 gems. Pretty easy, because we're getting gems off of some of these battles. Most of them. And there we go. Okay, 30 more gems. And of course we can still claim another 50 and the 8 gem keys, which I believe I will be going for. Anyways, that's that. Let's go and head back to PvP. Have I finished the Priest? Yes, we have finished Priest, level 100. So that's our 4th hero class, if I'm not mistaken. That is now fully maxed out. I might go for Sorcerer, actually, next after Titan. Not because I need Sorcerer, but because it's already so close to max. It's at level 90 right now. We could probably do that in, like, a few days. Like, if we started on Friday, we could easily get it done by the end of Saturday. If we did it on one of the weeks. I don't know why I went for hero. Out of everything to try aiming for first on this team, that's like the last thing you'd aim for first. On a divine team. Actually, that's not even a divine. Oh yeah, it is. Never mind. For a second, I thought that was archer symbol. But no, that was divine. Which is to be expected. No one would really run not divine on this team. Haha. Let's see. We'll throw that over. Get Infernus down. But yeah, I don't really advise ever actually buying the hero EXP. The only time it'd be worth it is if you're going for leaderboard and maybe if it's like a new hero class. But if you're just going for leaderboard, you're just kind of doing it to buy a bunch to kind of get it maxed, then it might be okay. But for the most part, I would not really bother with ever spending gems on the class event thingies. It's better just to manually do it. I think for the very first 1, 2, or 3, I may end up spending gems on them, when specifically for the new hero classes, and maybe for some of the older ones that I have far away from actually being maxed. But once I finally have every single hero class maxed, I'm definitely never going to be ever spending a gem on them, because then we can just slowly do them as they come out every like 6 weeks or so. Because I believe that's about the rate they're coming out, every 6 weeks. A new hero class. Good morning, Anthony. Welcome. I'll move that over. You see, treasure map generation is still intensive. Just took you 30 seconds after pressing play to give you a map. Wait, with what? The thing that allows you to buy maps? Normally you use Tyree for it. Tyree can farm about 100 per hour as far as maps. You just use like a green seer, giant spider, double Tyree, and the broken spire challenge thing, the one that has the stone wall thing, or the whatever it's called, that one brown that has 0 attack. Do we cast? Do we not cast? We don't. We throw Infernus or Ubistet, either or. We need more mana. Oh, let's take yellow over. Throw Infernus down. Go from there. Also, anyone just getting here, make sure to use the redeem code below. We'll have another one soon as well for some free resources in game. And we'll get a poke, double poke, dead, down. Drop the 50. I don't know. Is that what we're gonna spam her with tomorrow night? Sure, we'll spam them with that tomorrow night. Hashtag drop the 50s. What we'll spam them with tomorrow night. They're doing it tomorrow after our stream tomorrow. Basically, we'll be streaming at our normal time tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we do every single night. And at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, they'll be doing their Q&A stream. So I guess we'll spam them with that. I don't see why not. Normally, I wouldn't want to spam the Q&A, but they probably already have the message, but that might help. Who knows? Yeah, we'll spam them with hashtag drop to 50. Okay, we'll throw Infernus down. Can you use the code on PS4? Unfortunately, no. It only works on PC and mobile version of the game. And Amazon. Basically, every version that's not a console version is what it works on. Okay, we'll throw that. And dead. And we got a rare ingot. Also, I haven't used a single ingot yet this stream. Let me go use all my rare ones up, I guess. We're getting pretty close to maxed rare. And then we'll keep moving up to ultra rare, and then we'll keep moving up and up and up, and until we have all of them maxed. But let's go and where's my hero inventory? Wait, where'd it go? I'm looking for Soulforge. Or Soulforge was under its own little category instead of being under games. Doesn't really make much sense why it's under games. Also, by the way, if you still need Tesla for early game, it's not necessarily always worth going for Legends. Well, very, very, very rarely should you ever do it if you're going to bother doing it at all. But if you're a newer player and you don't have any really decent damage source, Tesla is so amazingly good. It boosts based on all armor in the battle, which means you basically boost based on the enemy stats, so you will always be able to kill them. Works really good with Double Dwarven Gate Valkyrie. Anyways, I'm looking for this. Wow, we actually have 15 to craft. Wow. But we'll go do that. I can actually make 2 legendary ingots too if I really wanted to. I don't think I will though. I'd rather just go into an epic weapon, even if it's semi-useless. Anyways, let's go into... Okay, we got all the rare ingots. Let's go into the troop page and go upgrade, I guess, any green weapon we have. I think we have 4 or 3 left, somewhere around there. We're really close to maxed all. Let's do it based on rarity and scroll down to the green weapons down here. See how far are we? We have 1, 2, 3, 4 weapons left. Technically less because we're about to upgrade one right now. Let's go into... Did I count that right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, exactly 4. So let's go and... No. Yes. I keep miscounting it. Okay, yes, it is 4. Let's just go into, I guess, Dusty Tome. Why not? I think this was the first weapon I ever looked at when I first went into the beta. So we'll do that. Go for Icy Glaive. We're almost there, actually. Wow. I don't think it'll be by the end of the stream, but we are very, very close. We're 23 rare ingots away from maxing every rare weapon in the game. Very nice. We're almost there. And then we move on to ultra rares. That's going to take a while. And then epics will take literally forever. And then legends will never happen ever. And then mythics will truly never happen ever. I don't even think I'll be getting my first mythic weapon maxed until like a month or 2 from now. And there's more. And there's a new. Actually, I believe in the current state of the game, mythic weapons are going to be added to the game quicker than you can even farm mythic ingots for the mythic weapons. Even if you converted literally every one of your ingots into the thing, which is kind of weird. But I believe that is the case, because even if they don't add a single new mythic weapon like Dawnbringer stuff, like, you know, actual mythic weapons with 3 colors, even if they never add another one of those, which I believe they will be doing every few months, but they're adding a new hero class about every 6 weeks, and that's going to be bringing in a new hero class mythic weapon thingy, and those would cost the same amount as any of these, and yeah, it's going to be a lot of them, and it would take forever. Also, most of these weapons are just pure useless. Actually, does Serpentine Dagger have extra instant kills on it or anything? I don't think it does. Reduces the first enemy magic by 1, or let's solve them. Destroy 3 random blues. Poison the first enemy. Reduce enemy's magic by 1. Steal 2 mana from first. Steal 5. That's barely useful at all. Has like nothing of worthwhile on it. Most of these are pretty bad. What does this one do? Gain barrier. Don't you already gain barrier? Gain 1 to all mana to all allies. Gain 4 life. Gain 4 armor. Destroy blue. Create a blue. These are good. Let's see. What is this one? This has board control of some kind. It would actually completely ruin the ability itself. Hunters mark the first enemy. There's literally a trait thing that hunters mark all of them. Yeah, none of them are that good other than like Dawnbringer. I think Creeping Death actually did get decent ones though. You got 4 souls, create a Darkstorm, explode a random skull, create a random skull. If that triggers beforehand, you'll always have an explosion even if there's no skulls on the board. Steal 3 life from the first enemy. And you know what? This one's actually not too bad, Creeping Death. But most of the other ones are just so bad. And of course Dawnbringer is the only one you'd actually ever go for at the moment. And probably whatever the new mythic weapon is will be the next best one to go for too. Anyways, back to the grind. We'll hit level 60 soon. And then we have to hit level 70. Okay, let's go and let's take that down. Actually, I should have went for full mana. There we go. Should have done that in the first place. He doesn't even have revive. Why am I going for him first? He doesn't even have a trait for it. Oh, could have gotten Fracture Turn. Doesn't matter though. I'll go for double kill into Infernus. No! You get to silence a random enemy, and you actually silence the exact one you need to silence. And it Deathmark killed the other troop. Wouldn't that be sad if it won? Let's see. Let's just Ubistet one-shot it. And there we go. What even was that? Hey, Ultra Rare Ingot. Nice. Everything it needed to have happen, it basically happened. Raid, Invasion, and Bounty will now give ingots. Wait, they added it to Bounty Hunter too? I thought they only added it to Raids and Invasions. Very nice. Also, wait, no. Wait, do you get it from the battle itself? I know you get it as rewards now, didn't they say? It wasn't doing it the other week, but I believe they made it so now there's rewards for it as well as after the battle. But we'll see exactly when they release it specifically. Yeah, the way it worded it earlier, it seemed like the reward table got it as well. Aside from just winning the battle itself. Yeah, the tier rewards. That's what I was referring to. Oh, never mind. Not the tier rewards. I wasn't referring to that. Oh, okay. I see. Oh, you might have to go and try for leaderboard then, if that's the case. I was definitely going to go for Bounty Hunter leaderboard. That I do regardless. But maybe I'll finally have to do it for the guild as well. We'll see. Then again, if some other people from my guild see it, they might do it instead, so I might not even need to. I don't know. It depends how many ingots it gives. Because that would be the first time ever, other than by using gem keys, you'd be able to go and directly get ingots. And we'd be able to get some orbs while doing so, which would slightly be better than just using them for keys. Also, are we seriously about to die to this thing? I hate when, I've done that many, way too many times now, this patch, or since this patch, where I basically die to the summon off of the hero. Oh, we should be fine. But wow, did that come close. Actually, it's still not over. It's still not over. I don't have the kill to get him down. Stick it around, I guess. Still don't have it. We'll go and take a... I guess we'll go for red, why not? Seriously. If he would have cascaded that to Skull, we would have lost. Or at least had a potential of losing. Alright, we'll take that, and down he goes. What even was that battle? At least it goes down. And we got a rare ingot for it. Yeah, I probably did miss a skull somewhere in there. Oh well. We still won. We still won. We got it. Is there any good defend team with Xenos? No. Xenos is 110% dead content. The only thing you ever use it for is to get the achievement that's related to him. Which is applicable for every version except mobile, I believe. But, that's the only reason you would ever bother crafting Xenos. Otherwise, he's 100% pointless. He's basically just a resource sink in a way. They have buffed him once, but the buff didn't really make him viable at all. I still don't know if they were trolling with some of those buffs or not. Or in reworks. Because they made Mummified King even worse. And they barely made anything changed on Xenos to make him better. Yeah, he's one of the hardest troops in the entire game to actually obtain. You're going to need to eventually do the same thing, but actually make it better to the Zugov as well, the player-owned Zugov. Because player-owned Zugov is actually one of the worst troops in the entire game, due to a whole line of troops being able to one-shot him. Because he counts as a boss. He's the only player-owned troop that actually does count as a boss. But because it counts as a boss, it makes it super, super, ultra, insanely weak. Unless they gave us some kind of new trait. Barrier at the start of every turn. That actually wouldn't be excessively overpowered. That would actually be pretty balanced, but it would be very, very hilarious. Oops, I thought that was enough damage. Apparently not. And we're 1 mana short. Luckily, Ubestead doesn't kill. How are you even still alive? Okay, never mind. Ubestead does kill. And he barely lives, and then he gets the kill off of it, of course. Go take a skull. Go take a return skull. And furnace. And 1 more in furnace will do it. If it'll live that long. Hello, Boxday. Hello, Remain. Welcome, welcome. And we got a rare ingot, which we actually need to go upgrade our thing. I believe that is enough now to go upgrade 1 more weapon. And that leaves us with like, what? 1, 2? I think it's like 2 more weapons. Let's see. Let's go to weapon. Or not as the total, but you know, under rare. It'd only be 2 left. Let's go all the way down. Do we only have 2? Let's see. How many do we have left? There needs to be an easier way to scroll down. Come on. Okay, 1, 2, 2. Well, technically 1. Because, if I'm not mistaken, that's now enough to max it out. Exactly enough. Sweet! We are down to the point of only needing 1 more rare weapon until... Oops, I didn't mean to do that. Until we have fully maxed out everything. We are so ridiculously close. If we go back to rarity, go back to where we just were. Not it. Where's rarity? We currently only need 1 more rare, which means we need 21 of those little green thingies. So that's one less thing we need to go and try upgrading kingdoms. But yeah, where to go? It's right there. It's not showing up because we don't have any upgrades to possibly doing it because we have no greens. But yep, we're almost there. It's the only one out of all of them. And then that'll be every common weapon, which is really easy to do, and then every rare weapon. And we just have to worry about ultra rares. I don't even know which one we go for next. We already have some of them upgraded, kind of, partially. We only have like 37 of them. How much is it even required to fully max out 1 weapon? 28. Gosh, that's so many. This keeps requiring more and they're harder to obtain too. So, I believe I need this tome, which is why I have it partially leveled. I need it for Merlantis upgrade. Do we have enough weapons for Merlantis yet? Kingdom. Power. We do, but we do because it's a glitch. I don't believe we legitimately have 2 upgraded. I believe we only have 1. But because we own 2 copies of it, it counts as 2. So I should probably upgrade that tome. I'll probably just hold on to my ultra rare, same as my epics for now. And just kind of keep accumulating them. And just not use them. Anyways, though, let's go and... yeah, let's head back to PvP. That means by the end of the stream, possibly. Or maybe not, I don't know. I don't know if we could actually get 21 rare ingots in a single hour. Even if we convert all the commons over. Not fully certain on that. For sure, hope we can. That'd be actually pretty cool if we get to get max all the rares by the end of the stream. I don't think that's going to happen, though. That's worth a shot. It's definitely worth a shot. Okay, what do we go for? We'll go for the poke there. Go for double kill. Take red over. Run furnace. And that's pretty much a match right there. We'll go and I'll give another poke. Why not? Get that down. Go for the kill and dead. If anyone still has any other questions or anything, let me know and we'll go over it. Nice ultra rare ingot. Anything above common, I love to see. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as it's above common, we need it. Based on what someone said earlier, though, based on data in the files, there's only a 20% chance that you get one higher than common. I still have yet to get a mythic ingot for PvP as well. It's somewhere around a 1 in 3,000 chance or something. It's ridiculously unlikely. We could play PvP for an entire month and probably just get one. And of course, the patch hasn't even been out for a month yet. Oh, so you could win this. What do we need? We'll try for purple. Didn't get it. He'll poke me. We'll go take a little bit more purple. Go for our color. And is that it? Did we lose? Or did we win? Or did neither happen? I want to try for this extra turn. I didn't get it. We lost. As long as he doesn't have alignment, we win. Well, we both have the same cast, so as long as I don't give him a skull right now, we can't lose. Because he can't cascade anything. And if he had a good move, we could just do it right now. Oh, wow, that was close. If that would have cascaded into something, that would have been so bad. There we go. You got your first one in about 1,500 PvP battles. Yeah, we're up to about, somewhere around 700-800 between last week and this week. And I still have gotten 0. We've gotten a couple legendary ones, though. I think we got like 2 or 3. One of them we even got simultaneous to a pet as well, which is cool. I'll throw that down. We got a gnome, a pet, and a, or we got the gnome thing and the, what's it called? The legendary ingot all at once, plus a level up. I had a screenshot of it somewhere. It was like about as many things as could happen at once. We basically had at once. There, go throw that down. Take the yellow for the green. Throw the Ubistet. Get that down. Also, speaking about gnomes, next gnome we find, I will give out a redeem code as well, as I mentioned. I believe the one below me is already used up, but again, we'll have another one soon. And throw it in Furnace, go from there. That is one nice thing I do like about ingots, though. They do add a nice dynamic to the end of battles. It's like, ooh, we could get something interesting again. I really wish they would do something with trait stones, though, to make them viable in late game. Like, they basically have this whole resource in the game that's just useless once you reach a certain point. And there's no sink for it. You can't convert them into anything. You can't use them for anything. You can't craft them into anything. They just are useless once you max trait everything in the game. Which seems weird because it's such a vital part of the game for so long, and then you eventually reach late game, and it's like, okay, well, you never need these again. you get one in every single battle you ever do. Same thing will actually technically happen to ingots as well, but it's going to take a lot longer before it ever happens to ingots than it will to trait stones. Yeah, it's about 1 in 3,300 battles. That's what I said earlier, about 1 in 3,000. Same difference. Or pretty much same difference. It's close enough. But yeah, it's somewhere around 3,000, give or take several hundred battles. Well, we'll go and take the green. Do you want a troop to have if you could create one? Oh, there's so many things. That has probably changed over the time so much. I don't know. That's a really hard one. Like, as far as if I was to, like, put it into a current meta at any point, or if I just kind of wanted one for, like, just to have some kind of weird ability. I'm not fully certain. That's, like, a really situational thing, and would depend on the context. But, it'd probably be a dragon. Can't go wrong with them. I don't know, I've always wanted a better, silencer in the game. Kind of like Silent One, except more offensive, but less silency, but still silent spamming. I kind of wanted like a Spellblade kind of troop, which there actually does exist, but literally a troop called Spellblade, but like a legitimate one that has like silence, mana drain, mana burn. Like it uses all of those effects, and there's currently no troop that uses all of them in any way. Let's see. Take the red down. Also, I would love if they added more troops that actually have board, or that can switch their position, or have position dependency, where they are actually work better in a certain position and stuff like that. Where, like, they might gain a bonus for if they cast a spell while in, like, second slot, they'll do, like, maybe something extra, you know? Stuff like that. It's a mechanic that they've kind of used a little bit in this game, but it's used very, very sparsely. Like, there's some traits that trigger if you're in a certain location, and there's a few abilities that can either change up your position on your team or on the enemy team, but it feels like a very underutilized aspect. No, not silence enemies on 4x, 5x. That is not what I'm referring to. That would be just no. That would easily be the most annoying troop in the game. I didn't mean something like that. I meant something that has the capability of some combination of silence, mana burn, and mana drain. We should be gaining another level already. Aren't we still at level 59? Does it feel like it's going so slow? Do I need to go into Explore and just spam it? Let's see, how far are we? Yeah, we're still at 59. How close are we on the XP? Should be like right on top of it. Oh, I called it! I was gonna say, how have we not gained a level yet? We're 2 battles away. And perfect timing for tribute as well. Good thing we checked it. Nice 10 tribute right there. Well, Impervious doesn't get used much these days, as we're up against Impervious. But there's a lot of teams that would still be hard countered by it. Impervious isn't too popular. It was popularized for a while when Kraken was huge, but then Kraken was nerfed and other things became better, and then Kraken never was used again. Or not that it's not used, it's actually still used in some teams, but, you know, it's not as viable as it was. And because it's not as viable as it was, not as many people are running Impervious last slot anymore. It used to be very popular for a while just because of how many Krakens were around. But no one really does it much these days since not that many Krakens are around. More so you'll be seeing something like 4x Divine. Or that weird Nyx team, which I guess does use a Kraken, so that goes against my point. But, you know, you don't see as many of them these days. Probably only faced like 5 to 10 of them all day today so far. And most of them were on Forest Troll Nyx teams. Actually, I believe all of them are on Forest Troll Nyx teams that we've seen. Because that's the only real team it really gets used with these days, as far as defend is concerned. For invade, you could still easily use it with a giant spider Kraken loop, and just build around that. Silence a random enemy when they make a mana match. That'd be so annoying, and it would force them to have to use explosions, which we don't need even more mechanics that encourages exploding. I'm curious if they're going to bring up the nerf to explosions next patch. I mean, next stream. Because they didn't implement it this patch. And they said they were discussing it and trying to figure out what they were going to do for it. And they never really said what they were going to do. Nor did anything. I just need to get full mana on this guy. Come on, Ubistet, you're almost there. I want to not kill it out. I could have actually gotten full mana by doing the cast, but I didn't want to because if we kill out first slot, we can't double kill it. A plus 50% glory troop? I don't think they would ever add something like that. They do have it for the other two resources, though, that are, you know, there's basically like 3 base resources that are considered within the game. Gold, souls, and glory. Glory didn't always used to be considered a base resource. It used to just be gold and souls, but then glory kind of did become one. But basically, those are technically the base resources of the game in a way. But it's why they show up on the main screen and everything. But anyways, yeah, for all the base resources except for glory, they have a thing for it. That's mainly because they don't really have any ways to like specifically increase it as far as like actual percents. Like normally it's only for EXP, gold, and souls. Normally, of course, there's like +1s and stuff. Like for example, we're actually getting +1 right now just for using this, which in a way I guess you could say is like a 20% increase or something like that, depending on how you look at it. That's kind of like that. That's like as far as they're ever really gonna go, I believe. I don't really foresee them really doing much further than that. I haven't really been bringing that up, but yeah, we are actually gaining 1 additional glory per battle now, which it's not an excessively huge amount, but it adds up over the course of us maxing out this hero class. That's potentially upwards of 2,000 free glory. So actually, possibly even way more than that. Oh, did they ever fix the glitch with this extra turn? Place your bets now. Yes or no? I want to say no. Good job. I didn't even realize they didn't fix that glitch. I kind of just assumed they may have, but nope, they didn't. You can still extra turn when you're frozen off of a Doom Skull skull extra turn. You specifically have to move a Doom Skull into a skull extra turn. But yeah, they haven't fixed it. Okay, we'll go take blue. What's the best class to get? You mean to level? As far as to get, literally every hero class is the best class to get for the most part. But the most useful ones to actually level up would generally be Assassin, Priest in late game, or Titan hero class. A few other ones that are decent under some circumstances are Bard for Yellow Guild War Day, Dragon Guard for any dragon team that's planning on using multiple dragons, like 3 or 4, and that's about it. There aren't really too many good ones. That's pretty much it. There's a few other ones that are kind of used here or there for stuff, but those are the only real main ones I would really bother with. And with how long it takes to level them up, you shouldn't try focusing on too many of them anyways. You should just find the 1, 2, or 3 that you really want and just focus on those. Because it can take upwards of a week to actually max one out. And depending on how much you play, it could take potentially a month just to max out one hero class. Hey, you just got a gem because of that gigantic cascade. Whenever your AI team gets a 7 times cascade, you actually get a gem for it. Okay, I'm going to take this just to press some damage. Wasn't expecting to get an extra turn. We can actually lose this. What even is this turns? I can't even really press him with skulls either. And if I let him have that, he's just going to go for the thing. I think we seriously just lost. There's not much we could do to come back from Gorgolfa looping like that. Well, not really looping, but you know, he's gaining mana way quicker than we can manually. And he already has Famine again. Yeah, we seriously just lost that. I don't know why I tried taking even more mana. I should have just left that. But yeah, it's over. Try getting Divine Shot Ball up real quick, but even then, even if we could get her off, we can't even hit through Gorgolfa. And yep, we just lost that. Fail. What even? What just happened? Oh, so we're at 20k rating. Don't we need like 30k? I think we need somewhere around 30k. Yep, about there. It's at 29k right now. Probably about 31, 32 by the end of the week. Will I be going for leaderboard? I don't know. I'm thinking about not, just because of the amount of time it'll take, but I don't know. We're using a weird hero class right now that's not exactly divine, so we're not getting the quickest rates, of course. Because I'm pretty sure most people who are bothering for leaderboard are just using the divine team. So we would be at a slight disadvantage as far as our current rate of winning. And I can't really switch into too many of the other quicker teams, because if I do, it might not use hero. That would defeat the whole purpose of why we're even using this hero class to begin with. Because obviously we need, or at least as of the most recent patch, your hero does have to be in your team in order to gain EXP for it. Prior, you actually could have gained EXP without your hero being in it, though you would only have gained 1 EXP per battle. Though that would have been the same rate for things like Explore and stuff. Yeah, it was technically a lot easier to previous patch to power level everything that already exists. I don't think anyone bothered doing that, though. I'm pretty sure 0 people have level 100 every hero class, even though it's technically possible that everyone could have had level 100, or, you know, not everyone, but it was technically possible to pre-level everything already to level 100, but I'm pretty sure 0 people have done it so far. On average, I would say most people had like 4 hero classes max in late game, but of course that's nowhere near all of them. Because there was many hero classes that were so useless that you would only ever bother getting 250 wins on, which would only be level like 22 or 23 in the current format of the game. Try Divinia, Protector, Ubistet, and Ishbala. Is solo Ubistet enough damage? It's double kill into double kill. I guess we would get enough enchants and everything that it would work out. But does that go quick enough just with double kill, double kill? But if you're using Gorgolfa, how do you kill them then? You don't have anything to apply the initial damage. You can't just go Divine or Shpala them because it's not going to be enough. He just turned into a silver drake, really? Of all the things to turn into. It's the KrissTigger buddy. And dead. You just got the achievement for having 2 treasure maps? Or for having 2 vaults. Very nice, congratulations. Yeah, that one can be a little bit annoying. I wish they would add more like that, though. It's one of the few achievements, or pretty much one of the only achievements in the entire game, that is actually slightly skill-based. Most of the other ones are just completely grind-based or something else-based. Or just so ridiculously easy to get that you pretty much just automatically get it at some point. But that one's actually a pretty good achievement. Really wish they would make more like them. Oh, we'll go and... not specifically in Treasure Hunt, though. But, you know, like, just in general. You started with 7 hero classes maxed. Very nice. Yeah, I'm nowhere near that. I tend to not have used my hero class in my teams a lot. If I would have in the past, I'd probably be all of them level 100. We'll go Throne Furnace down. But I'd say over more than half my battles never used hero class. Probably more than 75% of my battles never used hero class. But now basically every battle you ever do uses it. Yeah, the best teams video is going to be interesting. I might need to spend, whenever I get around to it, which we'll probably be doing in a few weeks when we know more about when 3.6 is actually being launched. But also, I will have access to the beta as well, though of course I don't have access to it yet. But, oh, I was just about to mention something about something. I was just making that tangent and then completely lost track of where my thought was going with it. But, oh yeah. Next patch's best teams video, I'll probably have to spend several hundred gems on it because we're going to need a different hero class for almost every team. Most likely. Because I do want to have max assassin by then. I hope that I would be able to by then. I'm not fully certain. I would need max titan, max assassin, and max priest. We have max priest. We just need the max of the other two. Technically max dragon guard, I guess, as well, but we already have that. Stretch. Now let's go for the revenge. But you've only played level 100 priest since the update? Yeah, because that's pretty much the only thing that's really worth using this late in the game. Just because of how strong it is. I don't know if they're going to be doing anything about that, like how strong divines are right now. There's never been an instance in this game when a classification of troop has just been so much better than literally everything else. And they keep adding more and more divines constantly to the game. It's kind of funny, when Divine Ishbala first came out, I was like, okay, yeah, this could be useful, but we'll see. And then it's like, okay, just keep adding more mythics, and then more mythics, and then more mythics. And then now we are just at the point where Divine Ishbala is just used for every late game team. More used than Mercy, it's more used than anything. I'm pretty sure if they have data on it. I'm pretty sure if they pull up the data, it's one of the most overused troops above level 1,100. I think they only keep data for over 1,000. They should really make it a little bit higher at this point. But for like super late game, I'm pretty sure it's the most used troop in the entire game right now. Divine Ishbala. Okay, we'll go and... let's go take that down. Okay, can you please stop hitting us 1,000 times over? We'll go throw that down. He gets his revive, and then we just double kill it. Oh, nice! What was the last 100k for? Dawnbringer? Or something else? You need 100 more K souls to get Dawnbringer? What would be the most interesting to do? Arena would probably be the most interesting. As far as the quickest way would be just, of course, go first challenge of Indian Fields on the highest difficulty for whatever team you're using. That would actually work. And just clear that out. If you're using a Dragon Soul team, that's Warlord 2. If you're using a Ferris Raw team, that's Warlord 3. And you just go from there. Actually, technically, you could even Warlord 4 with Ferris Raw team if you really wanted to, but generally Warlord 3 is as high as you bring it to. Generally, Warlord 4 is never worth it, just because you double the stats for only 25% extra. And it's normally just quicker to win on the previous difficulty. Because you win so much quicker. Even though you're getting 25% less, but it makes almost no difference because it's technically slower just because how much harder the battle is for only 25%. Also, whenever we find that next gnome, we'll give out a code as well, as I mentioned. Still haven't found one since then. But when we do, we will have one. Did I remember to do the most recent pet? Probably not. I believe I did. It was Mimic. If it shows a Mimic there, then we did. If it shows anything other than a Mimic, we didn't. Shows nothing. Did they fix the glitch where it doesn't show the icon anymore? That glitch was actually useful because you could tell what the previous pet was. That awkward moment when fixing a glitch shows you less information. Yeah, Warlord 4 is really never used at all. Well, difficulties in general tend to very rarely even be used, but they're mainly only used for soul farming and EXP farming. They used to be used in gold farming, but they removed it from normal PvP, so it's normally not worth it. You're better off just doing normal PvP and trying to find revenges than trying to gold farm in casual PvP, because it's just not worth it compared to just doing it normally. It used to be, but it isn't anymore. Okay, we'll take a skull poke. We'll throw in Furnace, and then we'll just need one more hit, and that'll be that. You did Warlord 4 and Farce of Thorns and had no problem? On what battle? Let's see. What if we got 50% Mana Star on Daemons? That wouldn't be as impactful as it was on Divines. I think the most overpowered thing that they could ever give 50% to would be probably Dragons. Main reason being is Dragon Guard Hero class and Worldbreaker. And Dragon Soul, I guess, too. Actually, soul farming, the rate of the quickest possible soul farming would increase if they ever added that. Assuming that... Actually, I guess it would technically need Necromancy as well. Which would probably not happen. But if they added a 50% start Dragon and gave it Necromancy, the quickest possible EXP for soul farming would be increased to probably like 60,000 per hour. Okay, we'll go and what else do I need to move around? I guess we'll stick purple over, throw in Furnace, go from there. Is that a new fashion style or is it just Green Day today? No, it's just Green Day today. Green. It is green, right? Sometimes I accidentally wear the wrong one, but I believe it is Green Day. Should be. Also, how are we losing this? Do we have any skulls? He's gonna kill us in 2 turns. And there's no way I'm getting my mana in that time. Wait. Can I drop that? No. Yes. No. It's gonna drop right there. Then we drop it by 3, take skull. Then we die off of that. That's not gonna work. We'll stick a yellow then. Problem is it automatically has full mana next turn, which means we lose... No. It doesn't have alignment. If we take this red, we're fine, as long as something else doesn't cascade for him. Never mind, he has a skull in there. Okay. Never mind, I didn't see that skull. Oh, we're gonna lose regardless. And I'm good. Yeah, it is quite a bit weaker without the Divine. Alright, we'll go just get into the normal team, I guess. Or normal battle. Also, speaking of fashion, I wonder if they are going to do that. They did mention in the past that they might add cosmetics for pets. That would be very, very adorable. I do need all the cosmetics for every single pet. No, not for all of them, but I would definitely go crazy on at least like 1 or 2 pets if they were to add that. Just for the fun of it. I think we have enough spirit gems that it wouldn't matter. And that's match. Yeah, getting Dawnbringer and then farming Arena for ingots would be a nice combination. because of how quickly you could win in that game mode. Especially if your level range doesn't happen to have a lot of fire bombs or anything. It'd probably be quicker than PvP. Main reason I don't do that is I need the gold way more than I need the souls. Actually, I believe we're at like 6 million gold right now or something as well. It's not a ridiculously high amount, but it's the more we can get contributed to our gold, the more resources everyone gets in my guild. It's helpful to everyone. I think we're up to like 40, 50 legendary tasks this week, maybe a little bit further. Got a pretty decent amount done. I have several people with over 3,000 gold contributed. Including myself, I believe, and if I haven't, I should probably go do more. And explode. Are all the bonuses for pets taken, or only the one equipped? You always have all of the pets bonuses active. The one equipped has no effect on anything. It's just fully cosmetic. Which one you specifically are wearing. Yeah, the pet you're wearing has absolutely no effect on gameplay. Similar to how the armor you're visually wearing has no effect. Only the one that you actually have set as your bonus is the one that applies. And the pets work the same way. Or kind of same way, you know. It's all pets are always active, assuming that the team actually gets the bonus. Of course, you need to actually build into the bonuses. Like, for example, he's building into dwarves right now. It doesn't actually show a little thing, but he's getting some kind of bonus for using 4 dwarves, as well as a bonus for using 3 Kazil. So he's getting those, but we're not getting any bonuses. That's just because, or actually we are getting some bonus. We're getting a bonus for using 3 divines onto our team. But, yeah. It basically, every single one of the bonuses are always active, regardless of what pet you have equipped, assuming that your team actually fits into those bonuses. Alright, let's take right over. Didn't surge it. Get that last little bit of mana. Let's go get that, which will kind of help us. It gives us all the mana we need when he casts that. That's not too bad. Try for extra turn, didn't get it. And move that. Throw that down. No point in trying to scroll him. He has 80% reduction. So that would be pointless. And there it goes. Yeah, we're finally getting our first cosmetic pet next Wednesday, which, I don't know how I feel about them still. I kind of still wish every single pet gave a bonus. But I do kind of understand that for a couple of reasons. One, it makes you feel less obligated to actually need to upgrade it. And the other is, technically every pet they add, even if it's fully cosmetic, still gives us resources. Once we reach the point where we have more pet food than we ever know what to do with, pets are still giving us 20 gems and 1 orb each every single time, due to the pet mastery thingy that they have. So basically every pet they add, assuming we eventually reach the point where just there's a surplus of food and we just automatically get everything immediately, we're pretty much getting a free orb every time they add a new one. Might not be immediately, but you know, over time we'd end up getting one. But they really are going to need to add a way to focus them, though. It's probably going to be the next thing that's mentioned for next patch. Like right now, it's like, hey, get rid of the 50 gem thing. And then it's going to be, hey, that was the focus pets or something. Actually, there's a lot of things that they need to have a better focus on. Focusing commons is still horrible. Focusing pets. Something for all of the trait stone usage, because there's nothing to use trait stones for. Same as maps, which I believe they're addressing soon. There's nothing to spend excess maps on, and no one's going to bother spending the time using thousands of maps. Or there have been some people that have, but, you know, the average player is not going to spend how many hours it takes to spend, like, 5,000 maps in that game mode. This takes way too long for what you get from it. Alright, let's go for the kill there. Go and throw Divine on the Stone Hammer. Start working that down some. Gets a bunch of Submerge. And you know what? We will Skull Spam him. We'll do it right into all of your reduction. Still go down. Okay, obviously that's not working out too well, but we'll go throw Infernus down. Any hit will do. Doesn't even matter if it's skull, it's enough. He doesn't have reduction. And there we go. He has Submerge, but that doesn't actually work against Infernus. It's one of the other reasons why Infernus is pretty good too. Very few counters to it, and you can't even use Submerge to counter it because it's not actually hitting everything, even though it's actually hitting everything. But it's, as far as the game is concerned, it's hitting one single target and then doing adjacent damage, which does not count as hitting everything. Neither of those two damages that he does counts as hitting everything. Even though by the end of his ability, he does literally hit the entire enemy team. It just doesn't count as it. Oh, there's an extra turn there I could have taken. Fail. This is not that big a deal. If anything, I should probably be ending my turns immediately as possible just so he kills itself out. And that's that. Kill with that. Hello, Calvera! Welcome. Also, where are all the gnomes? And where are all the better ingots? We're going like so dry on both right now. Getting like no good ingots and we're not getting any gnomes. We'll have another redeem code whenever we find one though. There we go, very nice. Throw Infernus. What else? What else? Guess we'll just take a yellow. No, we take free turn. And double kill into Infernus. We don't have alignment. We'll just go move that. Leave the rest of the board as is. Go for the poke. Ubistet would have been great right about now. Don't have it though. Get a nice Infernus in there. And I guess we'll throw this once into something else. So we'll go do that. And we'll just kill it out. I should probably stop taking every single 3 trophy if I'm not actually trying for a leaderboard. I guess technically in a way I still am. I'm not sure if I'm going to bother grinding out tomorrow though. Probably doing some 4th of July shopping too tomorrow. Let's see. I'm gonna take it right over. Take a yellow, go for Infernus. He doesn't do too much with that. Poke him again, throw it down. I keep forgetting, we get barrier every brown we take as well. We just do that, get barrier. And I need a brown or anything that gets Ubistet to full mana. Which is literally nothing. Only brown would work, but it's not available, so let's take that. Take the other one. Throw this down and hopefully get enough exploded that we get it. Nice. Then we just Ubistet into... Actually, you know what? We Infernus into Ubistet. Or we just Infernus and he kills everything wherever you need it. Perfect. What team am I using for today's Guild War? I'm going to be using a Yasmin Loop. It's this team right here. Guild War Green. It is Web Spinner, Yasmin, Dark Maiden, Queen Aurora. We Web Spinner into Yasmin, we Yasmin into Web Spinner, Dark Maiden into Web Spinner, and Yasmin, and Queen Aurora into all 3 of them, basically. We gain mana from all of Queen Aurora, we cover every color, we have Entangle so we don't have to deal with backlash from it. Only real big issue is Famine and Freeze are the 2 biggest things that are going to tear apart this team. Otherwise, I guess we go with some kind of plan B. Unfortunately, Green Day doesn't have too many plan Bs because so many things related to it are just spamming gems over and over again. Specifically green, of course. But, yeah, something along these lines is normally what I use. This Web Spinner Yasmin Loop. More so into the Yasmin, but... Web Spinner helps it along some. We could actually get rid of Web Spinner for a frontline tank if we really wanted to. Which, I don't know, maybe we will go do that. Really depends. Kind of want to put Hero Class on it, though I already switched my Hero Class, so it would cost us 50 gems if I wanted to switch to something else. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to go switch into a real team. Like this one. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. I switched back into this instead of Divines. Okay, well, this is fine. This was the giant team we were messing with earlier. Or almost giant team. Partially, it's almost there. It's an almost full giant team, kind of. Okay, we'll take that, throw it down, bring it down. That should be enough if he stays burned. Oh, no, it won't be. Never mind. He doesn't have enough magic for it. Take a brown. It is if we poke him once. Yeah, 26. That goes up to 70. Wait, is that actually enough? Hold up. This goes up to 78 damage. It's exact enough damage. There we go. Perfect. Very nice. Okay. So let's go and throw another one. Poke it. Should probably throw it at the other guy. Never mind. We'll take yellow to yellow. Get another hit. This should be enough to kill. Another one down. And I guess we Dawnbringer into it. Before we do, let's throw it into that guy. Gives him pervious, so we can't actually kill him with the extra damage off the Fire Giant. Triple damage. I'll throw a Dawnbringer at it. Actually, before I do, let me grab some mana. Get a Ural on him. Dawnbringer. And that'll be almost match. Any good cascades? Doesn't look like it for the most part. We'll just let him do something. Kill him out. And how did that not do enough damage? Never mind. Well, all we have to do now is poke him with 2 anythings. And that'll be that. Take a skull. Oh! That wasn't even enough. Never mind. Alright, let's just go through that there. Just gained so much armor. I'll go get a kill off the one that we can kill. Now we throw Ural at the other one. And that's it. You did Yagway, Taipon, Ketris, and Aurora. Doesn't sound too bad. Oh, we got an Ultra Rare ingot too. Kind of broke our streak of not getting any good ones for a little while. But yeah, that definitely doesn't sound too bad. I was gonna go use red. I was definitely gonna use Yagway for the red day for this week with Queen Titania and all that with the Divinia. It's actually gonna be when we finally test the Divinia. But I don't know, we could definitely go give a Yagway team for this day a chance. I don't think I've ever ran it for Green Day. But it has enough potential that I think we could get away with it. The only real big issue is if we lose the Yagway, the team falls apart, which is my biggest concern. Because Ketris, once he starts falling behind, you just auto-lose. And if they have Ubistet or something, it's gonna hit our Ubistet plus, never mind, we're not using Ubistet, but it's gonna hit our Yagway plus Ketris, which we definitely don't want happening. Okay, we'll go and I can get a double kill, so I'm actually gonna go for it immediately before I get the rest of my manas. And he just denies it. Never mind. Okay, that's not gonna work. Go take a red. Go get a what I was gonna do, the Ubistet down. Then we throw Infernus into Ubistet again, or Infernus into another Infernus, either or. Apparently, it looks like it's another Infernus at this point. And now we have 3 of them to deal with. Not that big a deal though. Ubistet will get one of them down. Throw that so we don't have to deal with that one now. Didn't get any mana really off of that. Take the red down. Put the other free red down. Infernus dead. And there we go. $21K. Slowly but surely. Oh no, that's that really annoying team. I'd rather just get. I'd rather go up against Divine. No, we'll let him use Mercy. It'll actually give us a lot of value if he does. Still hasn't gone for it yet. There we go, that's what I was waiting on. Grab that for ourselves. Grab this down so we just get one of them secured. Please don't get full mana. Stop getting full mana. Stop hitting our entire team. Throw that for the double kill. And we're somehow barely alive on that, but that's good. We just throw that down. You try getting one more Ubistet. Preferably before he dies would be great. I said before he goes down. Okay, we'll go grab all that. Get the last little bit of mana we need for that. Divine Ishpala. He keeps getting all the most amazing Divine Ishpalas, yet we barely have anything for ourselves when it comes down to it. I guess we go for it though. Oh, never mind, we do have extra turn. That's match. We won. Oh, oops, overkill. I was hoping it would actually barely survive so we could Ubistet it. I do not have a follow-up, do I? Doesn't look like it. Not enough to make it work. Oh, Ubistet's already enough, I think. Yeah, it is. Dead. I know, where are all the gnomes? It is a pretty good question. We've gone like in an hour and a half without a single gnome. They gave one out at like the hour or something mark, like the hour 10, hour 20. We haven't gotten a single gnome in over like 80 minutes or so. I have no control over it though. Let's see, we'll go move that down. Well, you will give one out eventually, but seriously, where is this gnome? We are getting very, very bad luck on it right now. Gnomes in general, I think we got like, what, 2 gnomes this entire stream? Really unlucky. Speaking about unlucky, hello Goblin team. Would you like to end today? Thank you. I think we can still play it out. Probably not. We'll see. I don't think we can, but we'll give it a shot. I don't know, it's still winnable. Just not that likely. There you go, our furnace down. Need Ubistet to get full mana here. We now throw Ubistet. And okay, we should be fine now. Oh no, it's gonna come close. Depends if he hits AoE or not, of course. We'll go take a red. Take skull, or should have taken it with yellow. Oops. If we lose because we're slightly short on yellow now, that'd be a huge fail. Okay, that dies. We'll go move that down. He gets a free skull. Well, next hit he does on us, we lose. So far, no hit. Is that enough damage? No, it is not. But we do get extra turn and everything. So there we go. Down it goes. Wow, that was close. Was it all the very close battles recently? There we go. Oh, what on earth is that team? A 4 times Karkaroff? That's strange. Especially the specific team itself. That's even if you were building 4 times Karkaroff, you wouldn't bother building that team. You don't even have a soul farmer for your gate, which summons things. Nothing in that team gains souls. All it would do is give all the daemons 2 magic, which doesn't really do much. Call it the one that heals, double kill with that. And all we have left is a gate that can't summon. He requires having 12 souls to summon. He doesn't use 12 souls, it just requires it to do it. But he has 0. Even if he got every kill, that would only be 4. Because your other bonuses don't apply to it within the battle itself. It just looks at whatever that number actually is. Okay, I guess we'll go for this. Easy battle. Yeah, there's a lot of those really weird teams like that. That people just build for fun and stuff. Just because it doesn't matter what you set as your PvP defense. Sure, we'll go for this. Get that cascaded. Throw a Infernus into double kill. Then we'll have to do that one last time. That'll be good to go. Actually, we can kill it right now if we Infernus. No. Wait, no. I need this to die out to my hit. But it's not going to happen, so he's going to survive with one... he's going to survive with 1 Drake in second slot. Because I can't damage this enough beforehand. Unless we had Divinish Bala right now. Even then, that might not be enough, but we don't, so let's go for that. He'll survive there. If we would have gotten that killed off the Ubistet hit itself, he would have revived in first slot instead, and we would have won that way. With a single cast, but we couldn't apply the damage because there's no skulls. Oh, 2 fire bombs, very nice. Oh, pet gnome 1. Ew. That's not a real pet gnome, obviously. It's impossible to see real gnomes during a battle, or on the preview screen. They don't show up until the battle actually starts. Well, that would be very useful if it was a real one. Hey, wow. You've got to be kidding me. We've been getting really bad luck then. You realize that in 45 minutes, we've only gotten 1 rare ingot. Because we just used all of our resources at like the beginning of the hour. And we've gone like 50 minutes now without getting a single one. Wow. You gotten 3 pet gnomes in the last 59 minutes? I am way behind that. So you should give out a code. We will be soon, no worries. Yeah. I guess we'll just have to give it out soon. Because it does not look like we're getting lucky enough on the gnomes. How about this? Next gnome or the next ingot of ultra rare rarity or higher? I think that brings it to like what, a 10% per battle? Plus whatever the gnome chance is. And down it goes. And Mythic Ingot, go. Got a common. That's to be expected. That's the most common one. It's like 80% chance, I believe, that it drops. Specifically common. Alright, move that, move that, move that. Throw Ubistet. Actually, do we have Ubistet in range? Yes, we do. We'll go get that down. I would skull spam him, but he has too high of a resistance there, so we'll store for Furnace. And another Infernus dead. Still none. This is a Divinia Divine team. Divinia Divine. You're farming the wrong PvP mode to get a high rate. Yeah, I know. Casual PvP gives you technically higher rate of them, but the rewards overall is actually much lower, which is why we're in ranked PvP. Also, ever since they added ingots to ranked PvP leaderboard, I've been trying to make the ranked PvP leaderboard. Oh, we already just lost that battle. That didn't take long. Luckily, you didn't have a gnome. Come on, Fairy Bombs, have a gnome somewhere, didn't you go? A real one. Nope. No gnomes for us. Alright, go move that down. And we'll just let him keep taking himself out. Gotta keep passing our turns. Without him doing something like that would be good. And... down it goes. Okay. Come on, good ingot. Rare. Good enough. Let's just give out a code. Yeah, we're just not gonna get the luck today. Just hand one out already. It'll be the end of the stream if I don't hand it out now. So let's go and head to the code. Someone messaged me. What's this? Oh, okay. Anyways, let me hit back. Which code do we give out? That one I need to keep for later. Let's see. I guess we'll give out this one. Copy it over. Put that there. Double check that actually works. Put that there, boom. Put that there, boom. I'm not a robot. Click redeem. Successful. Put it over here so I can go give it to you guys. Put this over here so I can put it below me for anyone coming in after. And should be centered enough. There we go. It's a rainbow, duh. But yeah, that's the code. Anyways, use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. Here it is in chat right over there for any of you guys that want to go use it. And it gives you the same resources as always. To use it, go under your settings. Go under whatever your game says under invite code and put that into the invite code section on the website. Put in yours, not what mine says, whatever yours is in your game. The redeem code is the one that says redeem code below, as well as the one in chat. And then just click that you're not a robot. And it only works on every version except the console versions. And it gives the same reward: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. And as tradition, let's go open the 1 gem key and see what we get, if anything. Legendary ingot! Well, we got to give out a redeem code now. We just got a legendary ingot off the redeem code. Oh, there we go. Does anyone actually know what the ingot drop rate is looking like on the gem keys? I haven't opened up an excessive amount since the actual patch. I've opened up like 50 on my other account, but and I've opened some during the beta, but I don't know if they've actually modified the drop rate of any of them. But yeah, there we go. See, we have to give out a redeem code now because we gotta. That's kind of convenient. That's actually probably the best drop I could have gotten other than like a mythic ingot, because I don't really need anything else in the drop table other than the ingots themselves. So that's nice. Anyways, back to PvP. You should give tons of codes and you'll get tons of ingots. I wish I could. I would if I could. But Salty controls my codes. And I only have 2 left. One for Monday and one for... probably 4th of July if I stream on 4th of July. Is what I'll be using the other one for. I don't know if I will be, but if I am, I'll definitely have a redeem code for it. Move that over. Move that. I'll probably move... If I do stream on that day, it'll probably be earlier than the normal time we normally do. Probably like by a few hours or something. Can you stop summoning? Oh, I hate hero summons so much. And there we go. Yeah, no problem, everyone. Oh, it's not a firebomb team. It's a trap. It was actually a EXP farming team this whole time. And he's currently trying to farm Dragon Guard to get EXP. But yeah, even though I personally don't do that, you can use Sunbird, Rowan, Firebomb, your hero class in Explore and farm your EXP that way. It's technically the highest EXP rate in the game. It's just due to ingots not being there, I just don't do that. But it's definitely worth doing. Oh, he has that barrier whenever something dies, doesn't he? That's actually an amazing Ubistet counter. When an ally dies, barrier another random ally. It basically prevents, in most situations, it prevents Ubistet from double killing. Because when he kills the one, it barriers the other. It's not a guaranteed chance that it'll specifically barrier that, but more often than not, it works out pretty decent for countering him. As you saw there. Oh, a +5 diviner thingy. I still haven't seen anything above +5. Someone did report +7 earlier. And of course it's maxed at 9. It gains most of its benefit at 8 though. That's when it gets its explosion. We'll see how close we are when we go and get the new mythic. Because we'll be opening up several hundred, if not thousands of gem keys then. Rip. That awkward moment when you're using Divine against a stronger Divine. Technically, every Divine team is stronger than us just because we're not using the right hero class. So even if we mirror someone, they do have the advantage. Yeah, we'll go for the next one in line. I wasn't confident that... Wait. I just realized. No, never mind. I was going to say, we'd be able to go and kill out his entire team. But if we double killed both of these, and it was the same stats, I believe then we double kill. Yeah, I don't think we kill out all of them. No, it only kills the one. Actually, they might have fixed that glitch too, because I was trying it earlier when it actually did do it right, and it didn't actually kill them. They might have already fixed it, actually. Did a hot fix for the... basically, it would kill everything of the exact same durability, but I don't think it does that anymore. Because I did the perfect setup for it, and it still wasn't when I was testing it a little while back. And here we go, level 61 Titan. Slowly but surely, to get all the XP we need for him. Really important that we try aiming towards that 70 XP, though. Even if I have to go explore grind it some. Anyone just getting here, make sure to use the redeem code below. If you guys still have any other questions, let me know as well, as I will be wrapping up pretty soon in the next several battles. If you have anything you want me to go over, any questions I may have missed, questions about teams, need help building teams, anything of the such, feel free to leave them in chat, and we'll go over them. We'll be back later tonight, as we always are, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is 7 hours from now, and we'll also be back same time tomorrow. Also, 8.5 hours from now tomorrow at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is the Q&A stream that the developers are going to be doing. It's at the same location that they normally do it, on their Twitch, which is twitch.tv/infinity+2, with the 2 spelled out as TWO. And yeah, they'll be going over 3.6, things related to 3.5. They'll be addressing the 50 gem thing, cost with hero classes, as well as, you know, just everything basically in regard to ingots, as well as hero classes, and basically everything related to 3.5. And they'll also be taking a Q&A, or, you know, a open Q&A at the end. All the questions that they are mainly going over are the ones posted on the forum already, that they've already gathered. But they'll also be taking questions for the last 15 minutes of their stream, answering pretty much everything. And they're the actual developers of the game, so they can answer way more than I can, that's for sure. Not about mechanical things, but, you know, as far as, like, actual things that will be happening in the future of the game, as well as possible requests for changes of things. But yeah, I believe it's Surian, Nimhane, and Salty will be on. And Surian and Nimhane are basically the lead developers of the game, particularly Surian. We'll go move that down. Yes, we will spam them with drop the 50, with hashtag drop the 50. Normally I wouldn't condone doing such a thing, but I think that one's worth doing. But yeah, we'll spam them with hashtag drop the 50 for their stream tomorrow night. We will spam them with that. For sure. Oh yeah, we'll go. Or, you know, not spam, but, you know, when they start up the stream, just for fun. Alright, we'll go move that. Let's see. Get the skull. Wow, that did a lot of damage. How many different skull areas did we hit? And then this Infernus and Ubistet. Drop the 50. There's a 50 gem cost to switch hero classes. It's something I actually suggested when it first came out, like almost immediately. It's like, why on earth are you charging us to change these? It was completely pointless. And it's still in the game after like a year and a half later. But now it's a really big issue because you need your hero classes for so many different game modes and everything. And of course, a different one is optimal. You need one for your defend team. You need one different one for your Guild War Day. You need one for Rage or Evasion if you're doing something like that. If you're using Bounty Hunter, you would need a different one for that. And you just basically at every given time need like 2 or 4 different hero classes technically. Like right now, I need to be leveling Titan, but I should be using Priest if we're doing PvP and stuff like that. So even just doing one single game mode, we're already needing to use 2 different hero classes, but we can't keep switching them. It's just not viable because it keeps costing 50 gems every time we do. Like if I wanted to switch back to Priest, it would cost 50 gems right now. That's basically what drop to 50 is. Basically make it so, it is something they discussed in the past. What they're likely going to try doing is making it so you can set every individual team you have to a specific hero class. So similar to how you would set a banner, you would set a hero class for your team and do it that way. But like maybe like under the weapon screen or something, who knows? But they might add in like a new tab here where you like set your hero class or something. But they're basically going to allow you to set it per team, which would result in you also being the elimination of the 50 gem change. Why they still have it, I do not know. They're probably going to address why. But I honestly do not understand why they still have it. Like, they could have just removed the 50 gem cost. Like, even if they are planning on that feature, they could have just removed it by now. There really isn't any need to keep it in. Alright, we'll throw that down. Let's see. Yeah, were there any other questions about anything else? Anyone? Let me know. And don't forget to use the redeem code below, any of you that haven't done it yet. Also, anyone watching after the fact, you may want to check that code because we gave it out pretty late in the stream, so if it didn't spread around, it might not be used, though I'm pretty sure it has been used. It gets around. There could be 10 people watching, and a 1,000 redeem code would probably be used up in like an hour. Let's see. We'll go and we'll take green over. What else do we move? I guess let's take green. Why not? Go throw this into the Infernus. Let's move that over. Go into the Infernus kill. And let's go from there. Kills. For Infernus. Got the convert that we need. Another scope poke. Kill them both out. And there we go. And we got our ultra rare ingot from it. There we go. Oh yeah, I think it was when Ozball and what's her name, Syrup were on. Because they weren't used to it. Salty doesn't mind it though. Anyways, guys, though, that will wrap it up for now. As I mentioned, we'll be back 7 hours from now, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, same time as always. We'll be back for Green Guild War Day. We'll go over the Tomorrow Troop as well, probably. We already did as well. It's just the 2 Blackhawk ones. We're basically getting a new version of Mercy, again, a 3rd version of it. And we're getting a useless raid troop. So that's the main things that are coming in next week. Anyways, guys, though, hope you all enjoy your weekend, since this is the last time I might be seeing some of you before 4th of July due to my this being one of my only morning streams until then, or, you know, the last one. Have a good 4th of July, too, any of you that celebrate in the United States, because that's right around the corner, and I probably won't see you again till, like, next Friday for those of you that only watch the morning ones. And other than that, yeah, it's pretty much everything. Nothing too interesting happening. Though next Friday, actually I shouldn't say that. Next Wednesday, we're getting our first cosmetic pet, which isn't really too relevant, but it's the one for 4th of July. And this next Friday is new Mythic and new game mode, specifically the hero class. I believe it's the exact same game mode as what we played yesterday. Or not yesterday, on Thursday, I mean. I believe it's the exact same thing, except it lasts for 3 days instead of 1 day. But it's for a completely new hero class. And what I can tell from the background, it looks like it is a Dwarf Kazale hero class, the one for the mining place. But that'll be interesting if that is the case. It should be decently tanky, and obviously work with dwarves, which might add some new dwarf synergy to the game. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoy your weekend, and goodbye, everyone. Oh, what was your question, Siplum? I'll go answer it real quick. What was it? Should you save event keys for next week, then? Next week is Black Hawk. The only thing really good in it is Kraken? I would say definitely, if you haven't... This week is the best week to use it. If you haven't gotten Dragon Soul and Divinia, definitely make sure you do by the end of this week if you have the Spear event keys. You shouldn't have any Spear event keys pretty much by the end of this week if you do not have Divinia and Dragon Soul. Really highly advise having both of them, particularly Dragon Soul, though Divinia is pretty nice as well. But as far as next week, the drop table isn't horrible. It's nowhere near as good as this week, though. But there's Captain Skullbeard, which is a decent exploder. It's generally the exploder you use if you're using Skull Spam. Bonnie Rose is really good early game one-shotting, though Dragon Soul is way better overall damage. Kraken is pretty decent fully traded for 3 additional damage per extra turn. Actually gets a lot of extra turn value. Not only does it gain more HP, but it deals damage to all enemies. And it has one of the better Devour chances in the game, 35% chance, plus board control you get to place gems on the board, so you have a chance of extra turning, so that's pretty useful. Other than that, Skyla's here, not really that relevant. It's a 25% chance instant kill. Generally, Kraken is better. It does have a Bone Storm, but there are a few other Bone Storms that are better than it for the most part, and yeah, that's about it as far as what's actually good in the kingdom. There's really only 3 troops in this kingdom for the most part. It's, well, Deckhand as well, but he's not in the drop table next week. But it's only Bonnie Rose as epic, Captain Skullbeard as epic, and Kraken as legendary. Everything else in this kingdom is pretty much irrelevant. I personally wouldn't bother going for event keys. The only reason you would is because you wanted to open like 10 in an attempt to get one of these, or if you wanted to try for Kraken, and that's about it. Kraken isn't exceptionally good. The only team it's really used in that's meta is the non-hero version of the Forest Troll Nyx team, which is Forest Troll, Nyx, Kraken, and Queen Mab. Though the better version of that, generally, that most people use, especially since you have to use your hero and everything now, is Forest Troll, Nyx, Dawnbringer using Titan hero class, and Queen Mab. So basically replacing the Kraken with Titan. Titan hero class with fully, or Titan hero class with a Dawnbringer. But yeah, obviously Kraken's way cheaper than that. But yeah, there's nothing really good in this kingdom. I would definitely advise going for this week's content for as far as event keys are concerned and not really bother for next week. Nothing really too overwhelming. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you all later. And, oh, sorry, Sitplum, I didn't answer your question. I answered the other one and thoroughly, but I didn't do yours. What is a cosmetic pet? It's a normal pet, except it does nothing. You level it the exact same way, except you don't gain any benefit from doing so. So basically, you're just feeding it for the gems, and you're feeding it for the orb, but you gain no other benefit. But yeah, it's like every other pet. It's just you gain no benefit. So instead of you gaining, like, let's say, like from this guy, where you would gain 2 times 2.25, 2.5, everything like that, it would be 0, 0, 0, 0, and 0. It's basically the exact same thing as any pet, except you gain no benefit whatsoever other than pet mastery for leveling it. So it'd be one of the last ones you would ever bother going for, but you would still do it just simply because you would need it for the standard rewards. But yes, generally they would all be considered bad, the cosmetic pets, because they give you nothing other than just this coughing. Other than just the standard orb and stuff. But yeah, they're basically just for collection purposes. They serve no real purpose. Which is good in a way because it doesn't make an obligation to have to go and get them up. And I believe that's the whole reason why they kind of did it. Because if they added a pet that had any bonus, even if it wasn't too good, like let's say they added like another 5% EXP pet, which isn't really that good, but people would want to get it up just to have a little bit more. But if they add something that has absolutely, literally no bonus whatsoever, people won't feel as obligated to have to get them up. So if they keep adding ones like that, it won't make it feel as overwhelming when like newer players come in and they see all these pets. It's like, okay, well, I know which pets are better, so I'll just go focus these instead of going for the cosmetic ones, obviously. So I think they're doing that in the long run just to make sure that like years from now, when we have like 50, 100 pet or something, however many we end up having. But actually, probably by then it'd be more like 50. But just so it's not as overwhelming for like a newer player to have to go and get all of them up. There'll be specific pets that are obviously better than others. But if they made every single pet good, then that'd be a problem. Because then a newer player comes in, they have absolutely no way to get them. Could take months upon months, and then they just would feel at a disadvantage. And I feel like that's kind of their mindset that they're going for with it. But anyways, guys, I'm heading off for now. Hope you all enjoy your weekends. Goodbye.